play fairly, respect the officials, and display behaviors that everyone can be proud of. We encourage all spectators
Welcome back
and
here
fans
to Union
support
Township
and
High School
appreciate
for
the
game
efforts
number
all
2
our
of this
fine young
doubleheader
athletes
between the
performing here
Boone
today.
Grove Wolves
We will
and the
appreciate your
Wheeler
efforts to cheer
Bearcats
for
boys.
and
Good
support
afternoon,
your team
everybody.
and
Mike
refrain from
Knesevich
negative
along with
behaviors
Brendan Marshall
directed
to
towards
bring
the
you all the
opposing
exciting
team and/or
play-by-play
the
action
officials.
in this
Treat the
matchup
game
here
itself,
between the
the
Wolves
officials,
and the
and the
Bearcats.
participants
The
with the
Wheeler
respect they
Bearcats
deserve.
checking in with a record of
Just a reminder
3-4-1
that Wheeler High School
overall.
is a
They are
smoke-free
1-2
school.
in the Northwest
Please
Indiana
follow our
Soccer
school board
Conference.
policy.
And they
Let's have
will
a great
be
game of
challenged
exciting
here today
action,
by
and
the
remember
Boone
that
Grove Wolves, who
sportsmanship
come in
should be
with a
displayed
record of
by
6-2
fans and
overall,
athletes
and they are
alike.
2-0
Let's be the
in the
model for high school sports.
NWISC. We want to thank all of our
Today's
proud
soccer game is
sponsors
being
of today's
videocast
ball
live
game,
and
and they
archived
include
on
Gaucho's Brazilian
rrfn.com
Steakhouse, located
and
off of
regional
Route
radio
30
sports.
here in
Check your
Valparaiso.
local listings
Also,
in the
Amherst Asylum
rrfn.com
at
website
228
for the
South
date and time
500
throughout
West
the
in
season
Valparaiso.
for the
We
Northwest
want to thank
Indiana
them for
Soccer
their
Game of the
terrific
Week
support.
on
We also want to thank
rrfn.com
Wheeler High
and
School,
regional radio
the boys
sports.
and girls soccer programs, as well as the soccer boosters in Ty Eaton for their terrific support. And we also want to thank Reader's Auto Service Center, located at 6436 Central Avenue in Portage. Give them a call at 219-763-1782. I bring in my broadcast partner, Brendan Marshall. And Brendan, we saw the first game of the doubleheader here between the girls, and a terrific performance by the Wheeler Bearcats.
Well, first I want to say to those NFL fans out there that I do not play for the Bears, although I'd like to think I do sometimes. But yeah, terrific performance by the Wheeler girls, just controlling the ball throughout the entire match, and we'll see who gets the advantage here. The wind is coming out of the west again, but it's, I think, a little bit more swirling, and then of course the sun is out, and that'll play a factor in, you know, the fatigue of this game. And you know, the early in the afternoon, the sun really can beat down on you, especially if you're sitting on the bench and just letting the sun give you a tan.
And right now, both teams getting set to come into the midfield area. Special thanks again to Jacob for doing a great job of working the camera out here this afternoon for us. We want to thank him for that, and thank Ty Eaton as well as Brian Murray and David Bach to get that particular situation set up for us. So I want to thank him for all of his terrific work out here this afternoon. And let's take a look at today's starting lineups. A lot of changes for the Wheeler Bearcats out there, as they're going to play kind of a attacking and a mid striker position out here. Cam 4 will be their striker, number 7 out here today, the senior. 13 goals and an assist on the season for number 7 for the Bearcats. He'll be joined by forward Brendan Melvin, a freshman with 2 goals and 2 assists on the season. At left outside mid is going to be Danilo Orlich, a sophomore. Adam Hanley, a freshman, number 13, will be in the central mid position. The right mid will be manned by number 4, Ryan Conley, a senior. The 2 defensive central midfielders are going to be Ben Moritz, number 2. He's a senior with 3 helpers on the season. And then the first team all NWISC performer, honorable mention in 2012, and that's Joey DeSimone, the senior, 3 goals and 6 assists on the season. He'll be the central defensive mid for the Bearcats. In the back, at left fullback will be Michael Johnson, number 24.
Good morning,
at
and
right fullback will
welcome
be
to
Austin
today's game
Henson, a
between
senior.
the Boone
And
Grove
in the
Wolves
middle at the
and
sweeper
your Wheeler
position will be
Bearcats.
Alex
Here
Asher
are
Lee
today's
Jr.
starting
and
lineups.
central back.
First,
In
for our
between the
visitors,
pipes for the
Boone
Bearcats
Grove, the
will be
Wolves.
number 0, Patrick Berg, a senior. In 8 games, he's given up 15
Number
goals,
1,
a
Nathan Miller.
1.88 goals against average. He has had
Number
50
2,
saves on the
Jared
season
Root.
and 4 shutouts for the Boone Grove Wolves.
Number 4,
Let's
Brad
take a look at
Kaminsky.
the starters now for the Boone Grove Wolves.
Number 5,
and we're just going to go
Matt
ahead and
Wright.
send it to the PA announcer here, Tom Johnson, for the introduction.
Number 13, David Ohms. Number 11, Nick Azevedo. Number 12, Andrew Ohms. Number 17, Austin Aguilera. Number 21, Cameron Varlin. Number 23, Michael Miney. And number 32, Austin Rocha. And now for the Bearcats. Number 2, Ben Moritz. Number 3, Brendan Melvin. Number 4, Ryan Conley. Number 5, Joey DeSimone. Number 6, Danilo Orlick. Number 7, Cameron 4. Number 10, Alex Asher. Number 13, Adam Hanley. Number 23, Michael Johnson. Number 24, Austin Henson. In goal for the Bearcats today, Patrick Berg.
So that's the lineup for the Wheeler
The national
Bearcats.
anthem was played prior
Patrick
to the
Berg, a
girls' game.
senior,
Let's
in
play
between
football.
the pipes. 8 games, he's given up 15 goals for a 1.88 goals against average, 50 saves, and 4 shutouts on the season. And Brendan, once again, that win's going to be a factor out here this afternoon, and the Wheeler Bearcats get the advantage in the first 40.
Football.
Yeah, indeed. They girls game first half the Wheeler was going against the wind, and they really didn't factor into them. They got more chances, they got a goal out of it, but yeah, that second half when they had the wind at their back, 4 goals out of it, so it was a factor. But I think more of a factor, like I said, is going to be the sun beating down and which team that gets more tired.
The Boone Grove Wolves dressed in their blue road uniforms with the white numerals, just as they were for the girls' game. The Wheeler Bearcats dressed in their white homes with the orange numbers. And then we'll be moving from right to left on your laptop. The Boone Grove Wolves in the opposite direction, going from the east to the west here at the complex at Union Township. As right now, this great rivalry here in the Northwest Indiana Soccer Conference getting underway here. The Wheeler Bearcats, the last time out, a 4-2 loss to a very talented Highland Trojan ball club. And meanwhile, the Boone Grove Wolves, the last time out, a win over Culver Academy by a score of 2-0. The Weatherman really played havoc with both of these teams' schedules earlier this week.
Played havoc in all of our schedules.
Yes, it certainly did, as the teams right now getting settled in here. Of course, in the first half of our doubleheader, the girls from Wheeler High School with a nice 5-0 victory in that ball game over the Wheeler Bearcats are Centier Bank performers of the game on both sides. For the Wheeler Bearcats, Katie Reif doing a great job, and Sarah Martinez getting it for the Boone Grove Wolves. So far side now for the blue and white of Boone Grove High School. They lose control now to the midfield third, where Jared Root now tries to go into the midfield area. 50-50 ball is Joey DeSimone now trying to control for the Bearcats. Joey over the midfield stripe looking for the ever-talented Cameron 4. 13 goals on the season this year, Brandon. He's the guy, number 7, the Bearcats are going to be looking for some offense.
Yeah, not many assists either, so he's been the beneficiary of some great passes by the midfielders. Ben Moritz leading them with 3 actually Joey DeSimone leading them with 5 assists.
Andrew Ohms, the junior, now goes short on the restart for the Wolves. Right side they go, picked up on the play by Michael Maney. Maney now trying to keep control of the ball. Now here's Cameron 4 for the Bearcats. 38-42 remaining here in a scoreless first half. It'll be a throw-in for Wheeler. Doing the honors here is 4. Nice throw in. Here's a header to the far side and punched over the post on the point nicely there by Nate Miller for the Wolves on a great setup. So the ball right on frame on the header off the throw in by Cameron 4, and the Bearcats worked that one to perfection.
Good job by Miller, as you say, to punch that one, at least get a piece of it and get it over the goalpost. You can't catch them all, but get a piece of some more.
Now Moritz's shot is knocked down there at the defense nicely by Root for the Wolves. And now it goes off of number 11 for Boone Grove. That's Nick Acevedo. It'll be a throw-in for the Bearcats. So Wheeler turning the heat up on the kitchen early here now with the throw-in with Danilo Orlich. Centered back in on the play Is getting that shot on frame for Wheeler in that last sequence there off the header was Brendan Melvin, the freshman. 37-37 remaining here in a scoreless first half. Wheeler kicks it over the near touchline, and the Wolves will go with the throw-in. They come into the mid-center field area on the play, looking for number 13 for the Wolves. And now a Bearcat gets taken down just outside the 6 here. And they're going to say it's going to be a foul on the Bearcats, and it'll be a free kick now for the Boone Grove Wolves. Nick Acevedo, the talented junior with 5 goals and 9 assists on the season, is now going to give way on the play to Andrew Ohms, the junior. So glorious opportunity now here for the Boone Grove Wolves. 4-man wall set up by the Bearcats. As Patrick Berg trying to peer around the wall and get a good look at this one off the feed from Andrew Ohms. He goes right for the goal, short side, and he scores! Andrew Ohms, the junior, with a worm burner just inside the near post past the left side of the wall. Marked the goal down on the play at the 3:15 mark of the match. And Boone Grove takes the lead 1-0. What a shot.
Actually, if the rosters are correct, 12 maybe David Ohms. I think they changed that on us for Boone Grove. But one of the Ohms with a good goal there. And I saw the Patrick Bird getting set up on the near side, and then he went behind the wall. And, boy, if he'd have stayed on the near side, he'd have had that one.
So David Ohms picks up his 4th goal of the season on that shot. And now back comes Cameron Four now for the Wheeler Bearcats, and his shot goes past the far post. It'll be a goal kick now for Miller and Boone Grove. Who do you have for, is Andrew, what number is Andrew, which number is David?
They gave me number 12 is Andrew, and number 13 is David.
And 13 is David.
Yeah.
Well, who's number 10?
Number 10, it was
Corner kick will
David.
be
David's now born 13.
Goal kick
Okay,
will
so
be
David is 13
attempted
and
there
Andrew's
by Boone Grove, as once again a team going against the wind gets the first goal. It happened in the first game as well. And controlled now at midfield by the Wolves. And then controlled this time and ahead to Cam Four, but he's going to be called for offsides.
We got the official numbers now. David is 13 and Andrew is 12. So was that Andrew? I think that was Andrew that got the goal, right? Yeah, I think it was 12 that took that shot.
Yeah, the time goal. Yeah, when that happened.
Yeah, 3:15. 3:15 on the time. Yep. So Andrew Ohms gets the goal. That's his 5th of the season for the Boone Grove Wolves. They take a 1-0 lead on that restart. So Wheeler now in their defensive zone, moving from right to left, dressed in their white home uniforms. Here's an interception in the midfield third by the Wolves. Is coming up nicely on the left side on the play as Acevedo gets away with a push-off on the play. It'll be a throw-in for the Wolves. Acevedo now off the far side will be looking for some help going into the box on the play, trying to get it into Austin Aguilera, the other talented striker for the Wolves. Now spinorama move in the midfield third on the play. It's knocked over the goal line. It's going to be a corner kick now for the Boone Grove Wolves. Their first of the match. It'll be Cameron Varlin, the senior, doing the honors for the blue and white. Cameron Varlin with 5 goals and 2 assists on the season. He'll curve it around on the play towards Berg, headed on the play nicely out of there. Then a header to the far side off the noggin there of number 23, Michael Maney. And it will be the second corner kick now in the last 30 seconds for the Wolves.
Far more aggressive start, I'd say, for Boone Grove here in the first 6 minutes of this one.
33:55 remaining in the first half of play. Here's the corner to the far side. Knocked straight up the elevator shaft on the play. And it will take the momentum over the far touchline. Varlin had the right idea, but not the right shape on that one there. And now Wheeler trying to get it out of their own zone. Stolen now deep in Bearcat territory, but then it goes off the Bearcats. Third corner kick here in the first 6 minutes of the match for Brian Sherwin's Boone Grove Wolves.
And also the first goal, so here we go again.
Here's Varlin's corner kick on the play towards Berg. Patrick comes out and punches it out of there. And now the Bearcats try to control in the defensive third, but Aguilera is there for the Wolves. Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse is located at 597 US 30 in Valparaiso. You can give them a call at 219-759-1100, and you can check out all their specials. There's always something special going on at Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse. They've got the 1995 Saturday afternoon special going on right now with steak and seafood. You have to be seated by 4 p.m., and it goes from 2 to 5 p.m. at Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse, 597 US 30 in Valparaiso. We've got a foul now called on the Wolves. A glorious opportunity here for the Bearcats.
Also thought that was a handball on the Wolves to get it out of there, but either way, Wheeler's got a chance here, and it was a free kick that got the first goal, so let's see if the Bearcats' Ben Moritz can set up a similar opportunity.
Also joining him as well now is Alex Asher, number 10, and now Alex is going to come back to the midfield area. Here's Moritz's kick to the far side, looking for 4, but they ran out of real estate over the goal line. It'll be a goal kick now for Miller and the Boone Grove Wolves. And Amherst Asylum is located at 228 South 500 West in Valparaiso, located 4.5 miles south of Route 30 on North County Road 500 West. Check them out at the web at amherstasylum.com. That's amherstasylum.com. Hours are 7 to 10 on Thursdays, and also on the weekend, Fridays and Saturdays from 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. Dates that are open are run from October the 4th through November the 1st. Check out their website at amherstasylum.com. You come out to the ball game today, you can get a $2 off coupon as well over at Amherst Asylum Haunted Attraction. Now midfield third, opportunity for the Wolves, and the quick shot goes past the near post on the play. Austin Aguilera, the junior, the tall drink of water out there, Brendan, causing all kinds of problems for the Wheeler defense.
I like it. He's like me. He's tall and skinny.
There you go, and he's got a motor out there on the left-hand side. And Austin this season, 8 goals and 1 assist this season for the junior.
Yeah, tough left-footed chance right there, a tough angle, but like I said in the first game, you got to get those chances. If you're not, you got to shoot the ball and get those chances, and if you don't, you have no chance of scoring.
Now the ball in the midfield third on the play, controlled by Cameron Varlin, who's the corner man for the Wolves. He goes with a chip shot again, looking on the far side for Aguilera. Austin Aguilera, the right foot free, looking for a pass at the 18th. Spinorama move there on the play by Michael Maney. But Wheeler was able to counter there defensively nicely on the play for Michael Johnson. And now we'll get the opportunity for a nice goal kick here with that win.
Just a little under 10 minutes passed here in the first half. 1-0 Boone Grove with the lead on a free kick.
3:15 the time of the goal, as it looks like Henry Nettles, a midfielder, getting set to come in for the Bearcats. And now offside on the right wing for the Bearcats is Brendan Melvin, their freshman. He was well offside. This afternoon's game is also being brought to you by the Wheeler High School boys and girls soccer boosters, as well as the high school. Special thanks to Ty Eaton, along with head coaches Brian Murray and David Bach, for their support of the student athletes here of Wheeler High School. They wish the Bearcats best of luck in their quest for a Northwest Indiana Soccer Conference championship and postseason success here in 2013. Throwing off the far side for Austin Aguilera for the Wolves. They're up 1-0. 10 minutes gone here in the match. Good job by Patrick Bird to come out with the slide tackle outside the 6.
And it was Andrew Ohms that got the first goal. A little confusion, at least on my end, but it was the Andrew part of the Ohms brothers. I assume they're brothers.
David, the other half of that situation, and we've had a few number changes out here today, a little bit less on the boys' side of things, which will help out.
Just position changes on the boys' side.
So Nettles now will come in that midfield area, and he will replace number 13, Adam Hanley, the freshman, for the Bearcats. 28:41 remaining here in the first half of play. Far side, it's Cameron 4, and they're going to set up a corner now, the first of the match for the Bearcats. And let's see now if the green and orange can try to ring the cash register with Ben Moritz again, this time on the far side.
Had a chance on a great opportunity and a good punch out by Nate Miller on the first chance by Cam 4.
Here's the kick now by Moritz. It's a good one to the far side. A couple noggins up there for the Bearcats. Four trying to get in there. Now Moritz comes in with a shot too far here to the near sideline as they tried to change the field position there with Danilo Orlich. Bearcats have got some height up there, Brendan, to take advantage of those corners.
Indeed, but good job by Boone Grove to actually get their head on that one and get it outside, get it out of the box, and not really give a good opportunity there for the Bearcats.
Reader's Auto Service Center of Portage is family owned and operated for 50 years. They feature award-winning and complete auto service and repair, including air conditioning, brakes, suspension, computerized alignment, and engine diagnostics. They're also state certified, and emissions and 24-hour towing is available. Their auto technicians are ASC certified with access to the latest technologies in diagnostic equipment. Stop by their facility that includes 10 mechanical bays and a Valvoline Express Care for fast and friendly service. The front office includes a big screen television, cappuccino machine, and a slushy machine. Reader's Auto Service Center, located at 6436 Central Avenue in Portage, or give them a call today at 219-763-1782.
You've watched much soccer. If you see some contact in the box, it's rarely going to get called, and Brendan Melvin went down there on the play before, and you know, you're very rarely going to see that call because it results in a PK.
Now midfield third, knocked down into defense at the Bearcats as they play ping pong in the midfield area. Aguilera now looking on the play, and a great job by Bird to come out as Austin Aguilera got the feed from Nick Acevedo for the Wolves.
That's that 50-50 ball that the goalie cannot hesitate on and go out and get, and he did not. And if he didn't get that, Aguilera would have had a clear shot.
Now Orlich over to Nettles, back to Danilo. Ground ball attack looking for Cameron Ford. Ford trying to turn on the ball. Good job of sealing him off on the outside there by the Wolves. Matt Wright, the left fullback. Back comes Orlich now. Got it past Wright on the play. Here's Ford trying to go to corner, and it's going to be a corner for the Bearcats. Wright did the best thing he could that time.
Yeah, just deflect that ball. Get a piece of it. Let your defense get back and make sure the offense doesn't have a clear shot here.
So Jared Wirt now is the near man to the post here on this corner kick here for the Wheeler Bearcats. They lead by a score of 1-0.
Wheeler trails 1-0 actually.
Check that. I'm sorry. Now a header is tipped on the play over the crossbar. Great opportunity again by Cameron Ford as he was bidding for goal number 14 on the season. He is a dangerous player up there, is number 7. A tall drink of water that's got the speed. He's lanky, he's quick, and he's got a great turn on the soccer ball on the left wing.
And a good pass in there to find him for a clear header, and just a little bit too high.
25 minutes remaining here in the first half of play as again Aguilera working his magic up there with Azevedo. Now here's Wright off the far side, gets the safety valve on the play from Michael Maney. Bearcats gain control as Orlich tries to get it on the far side. And now they go back to number 17, and that's Aguilera. And it goes over the near touchline, resulting in a Bearcat throw-in here. Substitutions have been few and far between here in the first 15 minutes of this match. Now a steal by Acevedo. Acevedo now 1-on-3. Good job defensively on the weak side by Ben Moritz. Now midfield support by the Wolves, looking to the far side on the play. Header opportunity there for Austin Aguilera, and the flying cranium shot went past the near post.
Great cross there by Cameron Barlin on the three-quarter length of the field. Great opportunity there. Just couldn't get the right angle off the head.
Yeah,
Angle off the head.
Barlin, of course, doing the corner kicks, and he kind of used that experience that time on that particular cross. 16 minutes gone in the match. The Boone Grove Wolves have the lead on the goal by Andrew Ohms on the restart, unassisted at 3:15 of the match. David Ohms on the far side got knocked and clipped up a little bit, and he's very slow to get off the turf here at Wheeler High School.
Also, walk it off.
He's a soccer player. He's a tough guy. Now with a miss here, coming all here to the near sideline, it does change on the play to Maney. Now they look again on the who's right. Trying trying to work their magic. Here's Aguilera's cross, knocked down by Johnson. Throw.
Few players that they had to work against, and they not.
On the yard here.
Accident.
Gaucho located at 30 and give them a call at 5,900 and get free dinner with a coupon with another adult purchase of the $30.90. That's a Saturday 19, which is happening at Gaucho's Brazilians. But another is in a purchase here can pick up a free dinner. It's a $39.95 value. Brazilian Steakhouse right here in Valparaiso.
22 in the hand ball on. Just about. They've, like I said, for the most end and have gotten needed now. 1-0 with the wind at their back.
Got to get it done right now on the play with number 2, Ben Moritz. And Ben got a little bit nicked up there as now he's right in front of the head coach, David Bach. Again, special thanks to Jacob for all those great work and getting us all the action out here at Union Township here this afternoon. Moritz now in the midfield third. Nice crossover dribble looking in the corner on the play. And once again, they have Brendan Melvin offside on the right wing.
And that was a good call. It was a little bit behind the defender, Austin Rocha, there. So offsides aren't always good calls, but that one was.
It's where the ball is struck and where the player is in relation to the defense when the ball is struck. Into the lineup, Ryan Conley at that midfield spot. On the far side is, again, Wheeler kind of going with a staggered lineup, not going with a straight flat 4-4-2. They've staggered the midfielders, both up front as well as on the defensive end of things. Boone Grove, as we mentioned, coming in at 6-2 on the year. The Wheeler Bearcats at 3-4-1. Here's Aguilera now on the right wing trying to get the nutmeg. Good job defensively by Michael Johnson. He avoids the potential throw-in for the Wolves in the defensive third. Nicely done. Now Matt Wright for the Wolves. Up to Aguilera. Little reverse head pass there off the heel to Aguilera. Here's Acevedo now looking for Aguilera outside the 18. One-timer on the play over the crossbar off David Ohm's right foot. So right now Aguilera and Acevedo is causing some problems for the Bearcats in the offensive third.
And it'll be important, as I mentioned, for Wheeler to change the field here as we're about halfway through the first half. Wheeler has the wind at its back, and it's blowing out there as the flagpole is really tilted there, so they got to take advantage of it. And that one will be off the head, and a good slide tackle as Wheeler there is showing some mud on his hand, Alex Asher.
Now the official is telling Mr. Aguilera to make sure he keeps the spikes down and keeps things safe out there. Good job by the official just to take the young man and calm him down a little bit. Reader's Auto Service Center of Portage has been family owned and operated for 50 years. They feature auto award-winning and complete auto service and repair, including air conditioning, brakes, suspension, computerized alignment, and engine diagnostics. They're also state certified in emissions, and 24-hour towing is available. Their auto technicians are ASC certified with access to the latest technologies in diagnostic equipment. Stop by their facility that includes 10 mechanical bays and a Valvoline Express Care for fast and friendly service. The front office includes a big screen television, cappuccino machine, and a slushy machine. Readers is located at 6436 Central Avenue in Portage, or call today at 219-763-1782. 18:43 remaining in the first half. Boone Grove with a 1-0 lead over the Wheeler Bearcats. There's a long shot on the play and an easy save there for the netminder for Boone Grove, Nate Miller. Miller came in with a 1.63 goals against average and 4 shutouts, 63 saves on the season, 13 goals against in 8 games played this year. Orlich will let it go over the near touch line. Both coaches still not going to the bench that often here in the first half. Now a steal by Aguilera. He's got Acevedo on the right wing. Acevedo trying to get in past Johnson. Great crossover dribble and a laser being knocked down nicely by Bird to the short side, low 90. What a shot.
Yeah, line drive right there. That's a tough one to handle. You never know where it can go, especially with the wind, and good job by Bird to knock that one out of bounds.
So Nick Acevedo, the junior, bidding for goal number 6 on the year. 17:40 remaining in the half. The Wolves trying to extend their 1-0 lead here. Here's the cross on the far side, and they're going to call a push in the back on Boone Grove, and that will result in a goal kick here for Patrick Berg and the Bearcats.
I mentioned earlier you rarely see fouls in the box, but you rarely see fouls on the defense in the box. On the offense, you may see them a little bit more.
Yep, and they were definitely there up the back of the defensive player there for the Bearcats. So Bird now will give way on the play to Johnson, who will try to take advantage of that wind at his back. Kind of mishits, and now Acevedo was able to get up, and now the Bearcats come back with Nettles. Ben Nettles now with a nice chip shot here to Danilo Orlich. Orlich now on the left wing, trying to get the right foot free to change the field. Good weak side support there by Jared Rutt for Boone Grove. Aguilera now with a spinorama move at 16:47 remaining in the half. Stay tuned. We'll have a halftime report. We'll give you a recap on that girls' game between Wheeler and Boone Grove. And we'll also talk about our Centier Bank performers of the game in game number 1 of our doubleheader. We'll take a look ahead at the schedule. We've got quite a bit of action coming up, not only in high school, but as well as college soccer with Ancilla Chargers action going on. Cameron 4 now is not going to get an opportunity because they're going to call a push in the back on the Bearcats. Free kick, Boone Grove. If you're just joining us, a restart goal by Andrew Ohms for Boone Grove, his 4th of the year at 3:57 or 3:15 is the difference in this game right now. Off the left side now is Jared Root for the Wolves. Taken down was Aguilera outside the box. That was very close to a PK. Actually, there was Acevedo that got taken down. And now a chance here for Boone Grove, a glorious opportunity.
And they scored, remember, on a free kick in the first few minutes of the game. So this time it'll be David Ohms that will stand there right by Aguilera. And this time, at least at the beginning, Berg has taken away the short side. Now he'll move back to the middle.
So Nick Acevedo will approach the ball now just to the right of Berg. Number 11, the junior, approaches the ball, and the play chips in and a little bit too much air under the soccer ball there. It almost looked like him, along with Ohms, got a little bit confused there on who was going to be the aggressor.
Well, you just try to confuse the defense sometimes, and you confuse yourself.
Yeah, I think they thought
Isn't that the story of life?
I think they kind of overthought that one that time. So 15 minutes remaining here in the first half of action. The Andrew Ohms goal right now is the difference in this one. Acevedo now comes back. Ooh, he tried to go backdoor to Aguilera, who pursues the ball. Knocked out of there at the defense by Moritz for the Bearcats. Boone Grove doing a good job of playing foot-to-foot soccer right now, not playing long ball at all. Acevedo now over to Aguilera. Austin Aguilera trying to get the right foot free now, get some midfield support on the play from Maney. He tips it now past Orlich, and now Danilo just trying to keep it to the outside. Get some help from Johnson and company, and now they'll bring it back up the left wing here and kick it over the near touchline. Wheeler may have been a little bit premature there in giving up possession.
That was coming towards us, and a nice catch by the kid in front row.
That was Alex Asher with the kick over the near touchline. Reverse header now trying to get it to Acevedo. No weak side support for the Wolves there for a second. Now Ohms gets it back on the play, and David had his pocket picked nicely by Joey DeSimone for the Bearcats. Trying to get it up to 4, and a great job by Austin Rocha, the sophomore, to keep 4 from getting a breakaway. And now the Bearcats will go to the bench. David Bach, you see him there on the sideline as he tries to get some reinforcements in there now, but the Wolves are able to thwart that foray with Jared Root. 13:31 remaining in the first half, 1-0 lead for Boone Grove over Wheeler here in our Northwest Indiana soccer game of the week. 50-50 battle over there. David Bach says, what's going on over here?
It involved some hands. I saw that one clearly.
Here's Acevedo now trying to get the right foot free for the Wolves. Got by one defender now. Spinorama move back to the right side, trying to turn with a potential cross. He tries to get past Johnson, far side, a header, a shot, and a goal! Acevedo laid the cookie right there on the cranium of Aguilera, and Austin made no mistake about it. He makes it a 2-0 lead on the goal at 27:02. What a play!
Aguilera scores for the Wolves.
That's beautiful soccer right there. You do the footwork move by Aguilera, and you wait for somebody to cross right to the box, set him up perfectly, and boy, that was beautiful. And the crowd's really reacting to that one too.
You couldn't have drawn that one up any better on the chalkboard. Berg really had no chance on that one because he had to protect the near side.
And just like the first game, the team that's going against the wind the first half takes advantage, and Boone Grove will have the wind at their back in the second half.
So a big advantage for the blue and white is now David Ohms comes back now. He tries to get a through ball in there. Good job by Berg to get out, and Michael Johnson also helping out defensively for the Bearcats. So Boone Grove taking advantage of those situations. They had the restart goal, and then they got an odd person break out there. Now Miller just does a good job because there was a little bit mix-up in the back there with Austin Rocha to avoid the corner kick. So it'll be Cameron 4 now. Will come down the hill off the far side as the Wheeler Bearcats trying to get back to the 500 mark, but it's going to be an uphill battle out here today. Good throw in by Cam. Gets through the defender on the play, and Miller had to come out because right there on the doorstep was Brendan Melvin, number 3 for Wheeler.
All set up by, as you say, fantastic throw in by Cam Ford.
Now Acevedo getting in there 50-50 on the play with Alex Asher. And Alex pleading his case for a potential foul, but Acevedo now will go with the free kick for the Wolves. 11:20 remaining in the first half. Boone Grove up on Wheeler 2-0 here, trying to move to 7-2 on the season. Acevedo's kick to Aguilera, reverse header now right up the elevator shaft at the 18. Now they try to go back to Austin on the play. Now good midfield support by Acevedo. Off to the right side to Aguilera as they try to work their magic again, give and go. Well, you can tell that Nick, along with Austin, they played with each other a long time. Now off the left side is Cameron Varland. Varland now midfield third, crossover dribbling ability, trying to get the left foot free. Good job defensively by Ben Moritz, throw in Boone Grove.
You mentioned Acevedo and Aguilera. Both are juniors, so they are the same year. It's possible they played in the same league since, 5 years old, 6 years old?
They start them young out here. And they definitely know where each other are on the pitch. They know what each other's tendencies are, where they like the ball in certain spots on the pitch. And now the Bearcats will go back to the bench again, as exiting will be the talented midfielder and defender Joey DeSimone. And coming in again will be Adam Hanley, number 13 for the Bearcats. 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. Boone Grove with a 2-0 lead, as the Boone Grove Wolves trying to get a split here. The Wheeler girls, as now Acevedo comes into the box on the play. Good job by Alex Asher. He cannot prevent the corner kick for the Boone Grove Wolves. And how many do they have right now, Brandon?
That is their 5th corner kick so far.
Yeah, that's an indication of domination of play. So again, it's going to be Cameron Varland, the senior, that will go with the cross. He'll have that wind blowing straight out towards Aguilera and Acevedo. Here it comes at the 6, headed down towards the ground, and a great job on the weak side by Nettles just to tip it out of harm's way, and Patrick Berg did not like the way the Bearcats defense reacted on that one.
Yeah, if it had been a stronger header there, it probably would have been the 3rd goal for the Wolves.
Varland now will come over here to the near side with a left-footed cross. That was low that time at the 6. And now Boone Grove tries to come back with Acevedo on the counter. Pick back up in the midfield third now with 8:58 remaining in the first half. Boone Grove leading this boys soccer matchup by a score of 2-0. Andrew Ohms now in the corner. He'll get a throw in now, deep in Wheeler territory, and now they get a corner as it went off the back of the head of Michael Johnson. So again, the 6th corner kick now for the Blue and White, 7th corner kick.
Lucky 7.
They're piling up here. So Varlin again will go in the corner. He'll be looking for Aguilera off the weak side. He's going to the tall drink of water. And now trying to save it on the far side is Matt Wright for the Wolves. Knocked through the mixer, back towards the far touchline, and Boone Grove will regroup. Wheeler Bearcats now coming back on the counter, trying to get it to Cameron 4. No midfield support for the striker for the Bearcats. Wheeler may have to abandon that alignment that they have in the second half and maybe bring in one of those midfielders up to the striker position. Sealing off now is Austin Henson, a senior. Wheeler on the year with 5 seniors in the starting lineup, 1 junior, 2 sophomores, and 3 freshmen in the lineup. 7:35 remaining here in the first half of play. 2-0 lead for the Boone Grove Wolves in this one. That goes over the bench area where Brian Sherwin is patrolling things for the Wolves. Brian is a graduate of Addison Trail High School in Illinois and also Valparaiso University. He's assisted by Marco Perez. Brian with a sparkling 173, 57, and 19 record, 733 winning percentage. He's in his 15th year now at Boone Grove High School. Right side now on the play to Cameron 4 for the Bearcats. Here's his cross and a save on the play. Nicely done on a bad angle there by Nathan Miller for Boone Grove.
Yeah, not much you could do at that angle, as you said. Just try to get it in there. You never know if the goalie's going to lose it. The British goalie a few years ago in the World Cup.
Yep, it does happen, no doubt about that. And Amherst Asylum Haunted Attraction is located at 228 South 500 West in Valparaiso. They're located 4.5 miles south of Route 30 on North County Road and 500 West. Check them out on the web at amherstasylum.com. That's amherstasylum.com. Open 7 to 10 on Thursdays, Fridays and Saturdays from 7 to 11. Dates are open from October 4th through November 1st. Come out to the ball game today and get $2 off with a coupon over at Haunted Attraction Amherst Asylum in Valparaiso.
Big kick there by Andrew Ohms trying to get his, or is that David? I think 12 is David, but big kick there from the three-quarter court trying to get his goal there, and just a little bit wide.
Yeah, David is 13 and Andrew is 12, so they go alphabetically and numerically, I guess. 6 minutes remaining here in the first half of play, a 2-0 lead for the Boone Grove Wolves. Here's Acevedo now in the midfield third. Nick with a little crossover dribbling ability, got by Danilo Orlich for the Bearcats. Midfield third on the play. Here's Ohms, the centering pass back to Acevedo. Nick got through one defender and got taken down on the play. No call. The official says play on. As Nick is outside the 18, Berg comes out and catches it and avoids the corner. And now the official will check on the status here of Nick Acevedo.
I think he's milking that one just a little bit much. It was a little bit of a trip there. May have hit his head on the ground. You don't want to minimize it, but boy, that just looks like, come on, just give me something. I've been laying here for 5 minutes.
Brian Sherwin's going to come out and check on his fallen striker out there as Nick came in with 5 goals and 9 assists this season. And you can check out all the great specials over at Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse. $5.97 US 30 in Valparaiso. Give them a call at 219-759-1100. That's 219-759-1100. They offer a free dinner with another adult feast is purchased. The value is $39.95. That's going on right now at Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse. You can check them out on the web as well. They also have the $19.95 Saturday special going on with the 35-item gourmet bar as well. That includes seafood as well as steak and pork sandwiches and just a great variety of menu items there at Gaucho's. You have to be seated by 4 o'clock on Saturday, but it actually runs from 2 to 5 today at Gaucho's.
It was Wade Vandenberg that's going to give Aguilera or Acevedo a few minutes of rest. Here's right in front of the goal and off the side of the goal. So
Joey DeSimone had the header on that one as he came in from his defensive position. As right now David Bach is pushing up those defenders into offensive positions.
4:42 remaining in this first half. It's going to be headed out of bounds by DeSimone, so go back to the Boone Grove Wolves.
Wade Vandenberg, a senior, number 18, is now into the lineup for Boone Grove. He's playing at the left wing position for Brian Sherwin. As Brian trying to give some of his frontliners a break, but here comes Cam Ford. Good weak side play there by Matt Wright. He kicked it over the far touchline, a throw in for the Bearcats with 4:12 remaining in the first half, and Boone Grove leading 2-0.
Cam Ford gave them their best opportunity with the good throw in right in the box, and here we go to the 18. Going to be headed out of there though, but good support.
Now Moritz trying to get the right foot free, knocked down defensively by the Wolves, and here comes Vandenberg back on the counter, trying to get it inside to Aguilera. Nice tip pass by Aguilera, but a great job by Austin Henson for the Bearcats to thwart that offensive sequence. Bearcats now on the run looking for Cam Ford off the feed from Moritz on the right wing. Cam looking in the midfield third on the play for Melvin. And a nice job by Nathan Miller to come out and intercept the cross for the Wolves. 3:24 remaining. Aguilera now with a nutmeg. Here comes the lanky striker trying to get the right foot free. And a great job by Michael Johnson to come back defensively for the Bearcats. Now they will kick it off of Aguilera as Michael Johnson does a great job from that left fullback position for Wheeler.
3 minutes to go for Wheeler to try to do something with the wind at their back.
The task will be tall in the last 40 if this is the way it stands.
A hard ball that goes hits the football stands there.
Got a great crowd on hand here this afternoon for this matchup here in the NWISC. Sun-splashed afternoon here at Union Township. Again, special thanks go out to Wheeler High School as well as the Wheeler Boys and Girls Soccer Boosters for all their terrific support during the season. We'll be back with you on Thursday night over at the Brickyard in Hobart for another live video cast as the Hobart Brickies will host these Wheeler Bearcats. Free kick opportunity now for Ben Moritz and the Bearcats. Beautiful ball to the far side. Gets through. Cameron Ford heads it. DeSimone a shot and a goal! Great job on the restart by the Bearcats. They got it over to Cam Ford on the far side, and he got it over to Joey DeSimone, who made no mistake about it. We got ourselves a soccer match. That goal comes in the crucial last 2 minutes of the half. 37-55 on the goal, and for DeSimone and the Bearcats, he picks up for the year his 4th goal of the season. What a play.
Yeah, and as you say, it started with a great cross by Ben Moritz on the free kick. That starts it all for you if you get that great cross.
Yeah, he got great counterclockwise spin on the ball, did he, Brendan? And Moritz picks up his 4th assist.
Now they got another chance here with 1:45 to go.
Orlich gets it inbounds to Moritz, back over to Danilo. That's got the crowd going over here back at Wheeler as well. Now picked up on the play. It's trying to get it over to Cam on the far side. As that pass was intercepted off the right foot of Moritz, but they're going to call a foul on the Wolves here. They got to hustle now with $1:23 remaining in the half. David Bach imploring his team to try to get back into this one. They always say that 2-0 lead is the most dangerous in soccer. So here's the senior now, Ben Moritz, as the Wolves set up the 3-man wall at the 18. 2-1 lead now for the Boone Grove Wolves. Here's Moritz's shot, kept it nice and low. Knocked out of the defense nicely by Root for the Wolves. Now a nice cross on the play, and come on and go, hit the crossbar, another shot, and a goal! The Bearcats have tied it up, and this time it's Alex ball that came off the post on the play, and A Squared made no mistake about it at 39-11 of the match. We're all knotted up at 2.
Boy, soccer is a great game for you. Boone Grove's controlled the action for most of the half, but in the last 2 minutes, Wheeler comes back and they've tied it.
So A Squared with the goal. So a couple of set pieces. Ben Moritz pulling the trigger both times. And now back come the Boone Grove Wolves, and a great job by Asher, who just got the goal. They really pushed up their defenders quite a bit there in the last 2 minutes.
And Acevedo is back into the match after taking a little bit of a head in the ground, getting a few minutes of rest here with 20 seconds to go. See if they can get one more chance here. Why not? Get greedy.
So now it's going to be Ben Moritz again with the reset. And the Wheeler players now really clapping and trying to get the crowd into it here. 14 seconds remaining.
Aguilera's going to sit out the last 14 seconds of the half as 14's going to come in. That is Matt Perez.
Did he get a card? That's the question. I didn't see the card come out.
I didn't see a card either, but apparently he did. So a yellow card for Aguilera.
Yep, and that will come at 39:46. And I think what the official was motioning was that he was discussing dinner plans with him, which he didn't appreciate. Brian Sherwin now talking it over with the official.
Too young to discuss going out to the bar, huh?
Yes, definitely. So it's going to be a free kick opportunity now. Here's Moritz's long foray. Miller's got a beat on it. He'll corral it in the breadbasket. And the Sands of the Hourglass are going to run out here in the first half of play. But a terrific job by the Wheeler Bearcats here, trailing 2-0 in the last few minutes of the first half of play. But Ben Moritz with 2 great free kicks, getting the Bearcats on the board here, Brendan. And we've got ourselves a match here in the second half.
Boy, do we ever. And that's, as I mentioned, I learned a long time ago from my soccer coach, not mine exactly, but the soccer coach of where I went to college, University of Hartford. He was the coach for the Portugal national team, and he basically said the thing about soccer, you can play great and still lose, and Boone Grove controlled the action, had the ball on Wheeler's side for most of the half, but boy, you give Wheeler any chance and they take advantage of it, you got yourself a 2-2 game going into the second half. And now with the sun beating down on this field, we'll see which team has the most stamina in the second half.
And Brendan, let's go over the scoring summary here in the first half of play.
Well, 3:15 into the game, a free kick by, I believe we established that is Andrew Ohms. He had a free kick right at the near side, the right side of the box, and hit it on the inside post for the first goal. 3:15 in the game, and then had to wait another 20.
Try to plug that in there. Okay, try it now.
All right, we're back, and then it took another 24 minutes for them to take a 2-0 lead. The dynamic junior duo of Nick Acevedo setting up Austin Aguilera for a header right in front of the net. Or a 2-0 lead, 27:02 was the time of that one, but 37:55, so late in the first half, a free kick by Ben Moritz. It hit Cam 4, and a goal by the defender Joey DeSimone to put Wheeler on the board. They trailed 2-1 at that point, and then less than a minute to go in the first half, 39:11 to be exact. Battle for the ball, and another defender, Mike, Alex Asher, getting the tying goal for the Bearcats.
Reader's Auto Service Center of Portage has been family owned and operated for 50 years. They feature award-winning and complete auto service and repair, including air conditioning, brakes, suspension, computerized alignment, and engine diagnostics. They are also state certified in emissions, and 24-hour towing is available. Their auto technicians are ASC certified with access to the latest technologies in diagnostic equipment. Stop by their facility that includes 10 mechanical bays and a Valvoline Express Care for fast and friendly service. The front office includes a big screen television, cappuccino machine, and a slushy machine. Readers is located at 6436 Central Avenue in Portage, or call them today at 219-763-1782. Our halftime stats are brought to us by the Wheeler High School Girls and Boys Soccer Boosters. Brendan?
Well, don't know if they're exactly official, but I got 3 shots on goal for the Wheeler Bearcats. They took advantage. I'm actually going to put 4 down. They took advantage of half of them. A few keeper saves by Nathan Miller as he got out there on a few balls and tipped a few balls out of play that really stopped a Wheeler attack early. 2 corner kicks for Wheeler as opposed to 7 for Boone Grove in the first half. They had 5 shots on goal and obviously took advantage of 2 of them.
Amherst Asylum is located at 228 South 500 West in Valparaiso. That's 4 miles south of Route 30 on North County Road 500 West. You can check them out on the web at amherstasylum.com. Amherst Asylum is a haunted attraction with dates open from October 4th through November the 2nd. Coming up here around Halloween, some of the dates available are the 4th, the 5th, the 11th, the 12th, and 13th. 18th and 19th, the 20th, the 24th, 25th, and 26th, and 27th, October 31st, and November 1st and 2nd. Hours are Thursdays from 7 until 10, Fridays from 7 until 11. And if you come out to the ballpark the rest of the afternoon, you can get a $2 off coupon with the cards that they're distributing here for the Amherst Asylum Haunted Attraction located in Valparaiso. So both coaches right now discussing the situation with their respective teams. And Brendan, let's talk a little bit about the girls' ball game earlier today. A very impressive performance for Brian Murray's Wheeler Bearcats.
Yeah, especially in that second half when they had the wind at their back, which is what Boone Grove is going to have in this second half. But 4 goals and really kept attacking offensively even with the 1-goal lead at halftime. And that's what I thought they were going to do, and got 4 goals out of it, and a shutout win, 5-0 for the Bearcats. So obviously, very impressive performance. They can take that into the next game, but I'm sure Mr. Miller has some things that tell the kids you still got things to learn and work on.
No question about that. As they move now to 10-1-1 on the season, do the Wheeler Bearcats, and they are right now poised to head to the sectionals, which they will host right here at this facility. They'll have the home field advantage during the postseason play and try to get back in there into regional play and maybe have a little bit better outcome than they had last year. They were kind of shell-shocked right at the beginning of that game against the Argus Dragons, in a ball game that they played on a field that was even a little bit bigger than this one, a little bit wider, and the Dragons were able to take advantage of their skill as well as their speed to win that ball game going away in the regional semifinal. And there's always something special going on at Gaucho Steakhouse, which is located at 597 US 30 in Valparaiso. They have a lot of different specials as well as birthday offers that go on throughout the campaign. Saturday's special includes the surf and turf early deal. That's available from 2 p.m. until 5 p.m. You must be sat by 4 p.m. The price is only $19.95, and that includes shrimp, perch, top sirloin, pork tenderloin, and chicken parmesan. The Saturday special includes 35-item gourmet food bar as well. So check it out. There's always something special going on at Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse. Give them a call at 219-759-1100, and they have coupons available here in the press box for you. Free dinner when another adult feast is purchased. That's a $39.95 value right at Gaucho Steakhouse just south of here at Wheeler High School. So what do you think here strategy-wise, Brendan, for Boone Grove here after being a little bit shell-shocked here in the last couple minutes of the first half?
You got to keep attacking. I'm sure that's what Mr. Brian Sherwin is telling him. You got to keep attacking, even with what happened in the last few minutes. They controlled the ball for most of the half, and that's the name of the game for soccer in my book. You got to keep attacking. You got to give yourself chances to score, and Wheeler obviously took advantage of those few chances that they got late in the first half. But I think the strategy for both teams is you got to keep attacking. Don't hold anything back. Don't put people back on defense just because of what happened in the last 2 minutes. You got to get as many chances as you can. And like I said, they're going to have the wind at their back. So
Boone Grove, the defending sectional champions, that hosted their sectional. They lost to Marquette Catholic, another conference team over in the NWISC last season, over at the LaVille Regional Semifinal. They lost Riley Van Erd and Jake Wright off that team, so they lost about 18 goals and 8 assists off the team last year, but they're not missing a beat this season. 7-2 on the year, trying to go perfect in the conference, and Wheeler trying to kind of be the spoilers in the conference. They came in at 1-2 in the NWISC, 3-4-1 overall, and they just had a tough loss to a very strong Bishop Knoll team by only a 2-1 margin, and then lost to Highland 4-2. So 2 of those 4 losses this season. Then they lost to Marquette 3-2. The only game that they've really been outplayed this season was the opener against East Chicago Central. They lost that one 6-2.
Yeah, so they have been in the games, and that's probably what David Bach's telling them. Like, you're in this, even when they're down 2-0. You're in this game. You got a chance. You just got to take advantage of their opportunities. And obviously, late in the first half, we'll see who gets more here with less than a minute to go before the second half commences, and the starters are out onto the field after not really warming up, just sitting down at the sides, listening to the coaches, letting the sun beat down on them, having some water, and I think the fatigue factor is going to be really big. I got to keep mentioning it after having so many experiences in the early afternoon.
Acevedo along with Aguilera back up top right at the center stripe. And going back at the central midfield area on the play will be Brendan Melvin for the Bearcats. Also joining him up there as well is going to be Henry Nettles and the ever-present number 7, Cam 4. The goalkeepers have changed ends now. Patrick Bird will be to the left of your screen, your laptop. And the Wheeler Bearcats now moving from east to west or left to right on your laptop. And the Boone Grove Wolves now with Nathan Miller to our immediate right.
The wind has returned as the flagpole is bending a little bit, but probably will not break. It's been a few times today, but it is going from west to east is the flagpole, so that obviously favors the blue team.
Official getting stuff set up, and we are underway with the second half in a 2-2 tie.
And that one's kicked ahead to Aguilera. He'll try to make a one-on-one move. And it'll be kicked out of bounds by the defender there. That is Davey Sokol. Now kicked ahead and coming out to get it will be Patrick Berg. Just about 30 seconds gone in the second half. Berg with a big kick out to midfield. This player is surrounded by 4 defenders. Now here comes Nettles. Kicked ahead to Cam 4. Cam 4 trying to make a one-on-one move on the right side. And was looking for the cut was Ben Morix from Cam 4, but miscommunication. Now it's going to be taken out of bounds by the defender, Austin Rocha. And throw in for Wheeler. Right in front of us, Morix. And now back to him from Nettles. And kicked out to the safety man. Now action in the middle of the field. 4's going for it. And Morix will get it with his green and yellow shoes on the sideline and be ready to throw it in. Throws it into Nettles. Kind of lost it a little bit. It's going to be taken by Acevedo. Acevedo now in the middle of the field. Aguilera is the only one down there in the middle of 8 defenders, so not much of a chance there, but see if they can get more down as It's going to be controlled by Wheeler at midfield. Acevedo was going for it. And now it's Morix kicking it ahead to midfield. Nettles and taken by Rocha. Kicked over to the side, and Nettles had a foot on it. Now it's Acevedo to Ohms in the middle, trying to find Aguilera. Great defense once again by 12. Davey Sokol.
Going to have a substitution coming in now for Brian Sherwin, as one of the Ohms boys is going to check out. That's number 13 coming out. That's David Ohms.
And Jared Root's going to come in as throw into the box and going to be cleared out to the three-quarter area. And now Acevedo with a left foot on the side, and the ground ball is going to be fielded nicely by Nathan Miller.
If you want me to grab that, Brendan, so you can concentrate on that, and I'll take care of that shot. So save there, number 2 now for the Bearcats off the 5th shot for the Boone Grove Wolves.
Now controlled by Boone Grove at their end. Aguilera with a reverse trying to save it. It's going to be taken away by Morix. Morix still controlling it, trying to, and will kick it ahead. But it looks like Rocha and Matt Wright are going to get to that one and control it. Pressure being put on. Good header back there. And now to the three-quarter area to Orlich, Daniel Orlich. Will kick it into the middle. Great defense once again, and it's Ohms. Austin kicking it ahead to Acevedo, trying to have the ball catch up to him. He's ahead, and looked like he was grabbed a little bit by Sokol, and he kicked it out of bounds.
That was close to a PK there, Brendan. It's going to be a corner, but the official was emphatic about it. He said it was shoulder-to-shoulder contact.
Not going to call much on the defense in the box. Allowed to get physical.
Okay, so Davey Sokol is number 12 for Boone Grove. Or check that for Wheeler.
Well, for Wheeler it's Ohms, but Sokol starting the second half here after not playing the first half, as a header will go out of bounds there by the substitute Jared Root.
Yeah, Coach Tom Johnson mentioning that Davey's normally a starter. He arrived late because he ran in a cross-country meet at New Prairie, the New Prairie Invitational. So a man after your own heart, Brendan.
Well, cross-country wasn't quite my game. I was more of a middle-distance runner, but yes, much respect to Mr. Sokol right there.
35-26 remaining here in regulation. Keep in mind that if we can't settle this thing after 80, we go to 2 7-minute overtime periods. And if we can't settle it then, we go to a 5-man shootout on both sides for PKs.
So going to be thrown ahead to the Boone Grove side. Now controlled at midfield by Aguilera, who looked to be giving it up. Now Acevedo will give it back over to Aguilera, trying to control it. Went off his body. Tries to get it in there to Ohms. Gets a foot on it, but it's going to be taken by the goalkeeper Berg.
Aguilera is a very tough cookie out there. Uses that lanky body and uses the head on 50-50 balls. And again, another guy like that is Cam 4 for the Bearcats.
And 4's got the ball here with 13:30 remaining. 2-2 tie, and what are they going to call here? Looks like a push-off on 4. Or it was out of bounds. That was the call. So Orlich will deflect it. Acevedo. Acevedo will try to control it and kick it out of bounds at midfield.
Reader's Auto Service Center of Portage has been family owned and operated for 50 years. They feature award-winning and complete auto service and repair, including air conditioning, brakes, suspension, computerized alignment, and engine diagnostics. They're also state certified, and emissions and 24-hour towing is available. Their auto technicians are ASC certified with access to the latest technologies and diagnostic equipment. Stop by their facility that includes 10 mechanical bays and a Valvoline Express Care for fast and friendly service. The front office includes a big screen television, cappuccino machine, and a slushy machine. Reader's Auto Service Center of Portage, located at 6436 Central Avenue, or give them a call at 219-763-1782.
David Ohms with a high shot there. So 13-18 to go, and a goal kick by Wheeler. Will be taken at midfield by Root, and then taken back by Wheeler and kicked out of bounds by Mr. Brendan Melvin. 33 minutes exactly to go. We have a 2-2 tie. And tripping on the ball but recovering is Matt Wright. Now controlled at midfield by Wheeler. And kicked out of bounds off of Wright. Davey Sokol, our cross-country runner, getting control of that one. Now throw in by Morix.
I'm going to give a wild guess and say that conditioning is not a factor for Davey Sokol.
Just a wild guess. And a good slide tackle out there by Nathan Miller. Get that one and kick it away, but it's right to Henry Nettles. Tries to settle it down, kick it ahead to Cam Ford. He's got a shot at it. He can get control with the right foot. Great header by the goalie. And he looks at Ford as Ford had the spikes high,
Yep.
trying to go after that ball.
He called a dangerous play there on Cam 4 there, and the official kind of staring down Cam and telling him, keep the spikes down. That's right at the head level there of Nathan Miller.
Tough play for Ford as he was kicked the ball high and then was trying to get the rebound, and Ford came out there with his head, or Miller.
31-42 remaining in regulation, still knotted up at 2 apiece.
And a chance here for Jared Root. Good job by Orlich to get it out of there, and now they'll kick it back to midfield where Acevedo will run it down, kick it off the defender of the Bearcats.
Coach Bach replete with his orange tie out here today. And now a handball called on the Bearcats just outside the 18, so a glorious chance here for the Wolves.
And Aguilera putting the ball down, and looks like he's going to be the one to kick it as they build the 4-man wall, and on the near post is Patrick Berg. Berg trying to communicate to his defense. Actually a 5-man wall. They'll back that up a little bit now. Berg will go to the middle as Aguilera gets set for the kick with 30:45 to go in regulation. Here's the high ball. It goes over the goal.
Another squandered opportunity there for the Boone Grove Wolves. Today's match, this afternoon's doubleheader here in this video cast, is brought to us by the Wheeler High School Boys and Girls Soccer Boosters, along with Wheeler High School. Thanks again go out to Ty Eaton, along with David Bach, the head coach of the Wheeler Boys, and Brian Murray, the skipper of the Wheeler Bearcats girls team, for their terrific support throughout the season. Check out the next live video cast. It'll be on Thursday night from the Brickyard in Hobart as the Hobart Brickies host the Wheeler Bearcats boys team right here on RRSN.com.
Another chance for Aguilera. Had the ball behind him for a second, able to control it, trying to get it through 4 defenders, and they will get it out of there. Alex Asher. Now it's taken back by Root. Root with a cross into the box over Aguilera's head, but supported by Cameron Barlin. His ground ball on the near side is a little bit too short.
Yeah, he really didn't need to rush that as much as he did. He felt pressure coming in from the central midfield area and went ahead with the right-footed kick on a miss hit. And Berg did a great job of just letting it go over the goal line for a goal kick. And you can check out all the great specials, including the Saturday special over at Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse. $5.97 US 30 in Valparaiso. Give them a call at 219-759-1100. They've got a free dinner going on right now with another adult feast is purchased. And you can check them out. They're just south here of Wheeler High School off of Route 30. $5.97 US 30 in Valparaiso. 219-759-1100. $19.95 on the daily special on Saturday. If you're sat by 4 o'clock, it goes from 2 to 5. 35 items on the gourmet food bar for you at Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse here in Valparaiso.
28:34 remaining in the second half. We have a 2-2 tie as Cam 4 will get a chance to throw it in. He made some strong throw-ins in the first half, and one of them set up a Great chance for Wheeler. Now here comes a low line drive. It's going to be fielded and kicked out of bounds by Tom Schaefer, who's now in the game, the senior.
Third corner kick of the match now for the Bearcats, and Ben Moritz, who's really been on the forefront of these restarts, has a chance right now. You know that 4 is going to be battling in there, and watch out for Danilo Orlich as well. He's a tall drink of water in the middle.
Yeah, and watch out for those defenders. They have the 2 goals, DeSimone and Asher. At the tallies for the Bearcats in the last 2 minutes of the first half, as now we're set to go with 27:42 remaining. A short one is going to be kicked back to him, and miscommunication there. It's going to be cleared out by Ohms. Ahead to Acevedo. Here on the near side, Aguilera's got Acevedo cutting in the middle, finds him, and now back to Aguilera's side, and a little bit slow on the uptake for Aguilera, and it'll be kicked out of bounds by Henry Nettles.
Ryan Conley also back there defensively for Wheeler.
And that will be over to the corner, and looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Just over 27 minutes remaining here in the second half.
2-2 tied. Boone Grove had the 2-0 lead. Wheeler came back with 2 goals in the last 5 minutes there of the first half of action, led by Ben Moritz and a couple nice restarts. And also a great play by Cam 4 on a nice centering pass into the middle to Joey DeSimone.
Good header at midfield by Matt Wright to send it back to the end of Wheeler. But then it will be kicked out of bounds. Wheeler will throw it in. Morix back to 4. 4 sets up Morix, trying to get a cross in there. High ball, and will be fielded on a bounce by Patrick Berg nicely. Or no, it was Nathan Miller. Wrong goalkeeper.
Joey DeSimone coming in there from, again, that defensive mid position. They're really moving him up on the attack now.
Orlich now with the steal. Here comes DeSimone. The aforementioned DeSimone is going to be kicked out of bounds off of Wheeler.
Joey DeSimone, an honorable mention all-conference performer in the Northwest Indiana Soccer Conference last season, came in here with a goal and 3 assists. He had 3 goals and 3 helpers back last year for the Bearcats.
And got one in the first half.
25:41 remaining here in regulation. Boone Grove 2 and Wheeler 2 here at Union Township.
Looks like they're going to have a free kick. Tom Schaefer, 33, is back there, but looks like it's going to be Austin Rocha that will take it. Right in front of midfield, 25-25. A 2-2 tie, and a low line drive is going to be cleared out of there by Wheeler towards the other end. Great header by 4, but 3 defenders are back there, but can't be controlled by Rocha. Now he'll finally get it. Knocked down a player, looks like he knocked it out of bounds as well. And it stayed in bounds, so he kicked it.
Boy,
no call.
They're letting them play.
Boy, are they ever. DeSimone now kicks it into the box on a ground ball. Going to be controlled by Barlin, kicked ahead to midfield and taken by Henson, Austin Henson. And now over to 4 on the near side. He will control it, cross it into the box. It'll be over the post, and a goal kick going to be made by Boone Grove.
Boy, if Cam got a little bit more touch on that ball, he might have been able to settle that thing into the upper 90 far side.
24-20, no points in the second half so far. We had a 2-2 tie at halftime. And now going to be controlled by Schaefer at midfield.
You're going to find out right now what kind of conditioning these student athletes are in.
Oh, yeah.
What they've been able to do to pay their dues, especially in matches like this with the heat.
Who wants it more? That's the big thing.
Yep. It comes down to a lot of motivation in that situation as Brian Sherwin is getting set to go back to the bench at the next stoppage of play.
And we'll see if brings him in here as Ohms will get a kick. Foul was called on Cam 4.
Down to 23:38 remaining in regulation. 2-2 tie.
Great kick by Ohms past the defender and past everybody. Nobody touched it. It's going to be a goal kick.
Again, special thanks to the Wheeler High School boys and girls soccer boosters for their terrific support, as well as Wheeler High School. Special thanks to David Bach along with Brian Murray for the boys and girls teams respectively for, again, giving us an opportunity to positively promote the student athletes at Wheeler High School. They wish the Bearcats best of luck in their quest for a Northwest Indiana Soccer Conference Championship and postseason success.
Austin Henson will go kick it out to midfield. And going to be controlled by Boone Grove at their own end, and now taken by DeSimone. Try to reverse it, taken away by Ohms, and taken back now by Nettles. Good kick over there by Henson. Into the zone once again, DeSimone battling with Ohms. And taken there ahead by Boone Grove. Had a chance into the box at Wheeler's end. Looked like a handball there, nothing called. And here comes Morix. Going to be stopped right before midfield. Acevedo. Got a left-footed chance. There it is. Good save by Patrick Berg.
Good job by Patrick that time, Brandon. He kind of hugged that near post for his third save. And that is shot number 6 on the net by the Wolves out here this afternoon.
22 minutes exactly as 4 will find Morix. Will try to get it ahead to Melvin. Brendan Melvin is taken out. Both players are hurt. That is Melvin and Austin Rocha.
Yeah, Rocha got kicked right in the head on that one, Brendan. It was really nobody's fault on that. It was a 50-50 ball. And right now, both players on the pitch writhing in pain. And thank goodness they're both up right now. And we'll hope that they are able to shake off the cobwebs as the training staff comes in for both squads. Boy,
yeah, Rocha is walking it off right now, as is Mr. Melvin.
Boy, I tell you what, both of these teams really laying it on the line this afternoon. A 2-2 tie, and Boone Grove trying to get a conference championship here, and Wheeler Bearcats trying to play the spoiler, playing their hearts out here this afternoon.
David Bach taking advantage of this chance to go out and talk to his striker, Cam 4. This timeout's going to be called. I think they're going to have to take Rocha out and do the old head test. Where are you, and what's your name?
Exactly.
What time of day is it?
Make sure that there's no blood out there because he got nailed right with the spike in the noggin. The clock is stopped with 21:38 remaining in regulation. 2-2 tie between the Wolves and the Bearcats. And Reader's Auto Service Center of Portage has been family owned and operated for 50 years. They feature award-winning and complete auto service and repair, including air conditioning, brakes, suspension, computerized alignment, and engine diagnostics. They're also state certified, and emissions and 24-hour towing is available. Their auto technicians are ASC certified to the latest technologies and diagnostic equipment. They stop by their facility that includes 10 mechanical bays and a Valvoline Express Care for fast and friendly service. The front office includes a big screen television, cappuccino machine, and a slushy machine. Readers is located at 6436 Central Avenue in Portage, or call them today at 763-1782. That's a 219er.
Left-footed chance right at the 18 by Aguilera, just wide to the near side. So another chance there. 20:54 remaining in regulation. 2-2 tie. No points so far put up in the second half. As you can tell, Mike, this is a conference matchup.
No doubt about that. And Bearcats have already lost a real heartbreaker to Marquette Catholic by 1. They don't want to do the same thing out here this afternoon to their rivals.
Going to be kicked out of bounds by Brad Kaminsky. So thrown in, and a little bit of a high foot call against Brendan Melvin, who is obviously all right after that collision.
20:17 remaining here in the match in a 2-2 tie. DeSimone heads it past the Wheeler bench. And again, the Wolves will pick up some real estate now on the throw-in by Jared Root.
Jared Root will wait for teammates to get down there. Now the strong throw into the side to Aguilera. High foot once again, and I think they're going to say that's a corner.
8th corner of the match now for the Wolves. We're down under the second half of the second half, and doing the honors on the far side for the Boone Grove Wolves will be number 5, and that's Matt Wright.
Wright, the midfielder, or defender, moving up to take this corner. There's a bit more spread formation by Boone Grove. Kick into the box, and a right foot by Jared Root is a little bit high and wide.
You know, that was a great play there by Brian Sherwin that they had set up. They ran the strikers towards the goalkeeper. That collapsed the defense, and then coming in from the backside was Root, and he had a clear shot there at the 18.
Yeah, ball I think was just a little bit too close to the body, so not really much control on that kick. And now under 19 minutes remaining as a steal by Root at midfield. Acevedo trying to get by, being held by the defender from the looks of it, no call. And now cleared out, dribbled by Nettles. Foul's going to be called on the Wolves.
18:38 now remaining. Neither team wants to make a mistake here to cost them a potential conference championship here.
Free kick by Moriggs, and a good one headed down 2-4. And back into the game is Rocha. He will get it, and the chance. Cam 4 right into the goalkeeper. It'll be a corner, but a great chance for Cam 4.
Great job on the pass by Joey DeSimone there on a little one-touch flick there to 4, bidding for his 14th goal of the season. And now we'll watch the Moritz corner.
Good to see Austin Rocha back on the pitch. Seems to be doing well after that collision about 5 minutes ago. Corner on a low line drive. Rocha with the header. And he will chase it down. Aguilera will big kick it out of there to the near side, out of bounds.
Good job by Austin.
Nettles to throw it in.
Sorry, Brendan. Great job by Austin Rocha to head out that corner there. That had some nice pace on it.
And going to be defended by Ohms, but taken by DeSimone. A ground ball, good defense there. And cleared out, but to midfield and Asher. Asher with a low line drive. It's going to be wide to the near side.
Wheeler doing a much better job of midfield support here in this half as we're down to 17-17 remaining here in a 2-2 tie at Union Township. Again, special thanks go out to the Wheeler High School boys and girls soccer boosters as well as Wheeler High School. Special thanks to Randy Stelter, Tom Johnson, and the rest of the staff over here at Wheeler. And again, thanks to the coaches David Bach along with Brian Murray for all their terrific support of allowing us to positively promote the student athletes of both the Wheeler Bearcats and the Boone Grove Wolves out here today. Also, thanks go out to Ty Eaton and the rest of the sponsors that you're hearing during today's video cast.
Free kick's going to be taken at midfield for Wheeler with 16:36 remaining. Actually, excuse me, taken by Boone Grove. And that is Austin Ohms with the left foot on it. It's a line drive, a good one headed for Aguilera, just a little bit above him and above the jumping Jared Root.
Amherst Asylum is a haunted attraction located at 228 South 500 West in Valparaiso. They're 4 miles south of Route 30 on North County Road and 500 West. You can check them out on the web at amherstasylum.com. That's amherstasylum.com. Open from 7 until 10 p.m. on Thursday. Fridays and Saturdays from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Dates are open right now from October 4th through November the 2nd, and that's over at the Amherst Asylum Haunted Attraction in Valparaiso.
Throw-in's going to be taken here by Austin Ohms after Brendan Melvin couldn't quite run it down on the near side in the Boone Grove zone. Good throw-in past Aguilera, but he'll get it on a dribble, left foot, and cleared out, and here comes DeSimone. He'll dribble it at midfield. DeSimone taken away by Kaminsky, and at midfield a foul is going to be called.
Looks like they got the Bearcats with their fingers in the cookie jar.
15:06 remaining. Still no points put up in the second half so far. Austin Ohms. Austin had the first goal of the game 3 minutes into the match.
Now they're going to stop. They're going to stop the clock here, and they're going to talk to David Bach. I wonder if coach is going to get a card here. With 14:47 remaining, the referee reaches in and gives him a card. So David's got to be very careful. One more and he's going to get the gate. As the official tells him to zip it back there as the card is going to come at 65-13. I think he was discussing some dinner plans on that last stoppage of play. As Boone Grove now will get a free kick opportunity, and now Coach Bach is going to grab some water and some bench maybe.
I don't think he's grabbing any bench. He's just wondering why he canceled on dinner plans. Left foot by Ohms. And going to be a foul again called on Wheeler. And this will be a free kick from just outside the 18.
This is going to be a glorious chance now. And coming up, we already saw number 12, Andrew Ohms, tickle the onion sack earlier today. And now he's got another free kick opportunity for the goal.
Spot.
Yeah, same opportunity. I'm sure that Berg is going to hug that far post a little bit more closely.
That was the near post he hit. See if he goes back there again as Berg is in the middle. Here's the left foot, low line drive, a little bit over the goal. 13:58 to go. Another goal kick by Wheeler.
You got to kick that ball on frame. I mean, you get that close like that, you cannot go over frame on that shot. You got to at least have the wall knock it down or get an opportunity for a deflection in there in the mixer.
Yeah, sometimes you just psych yourself out with these free kicks, especially right outside the goal. 50-50 ball is going to be won by Boone Grove and then kicked out of bounds by Asher.
Down to 13:24 remaining in regulation. Boone Grove 2, Wheeler 2.
Throw-in's going to be headed by Wheeler. Nettles. And it's kicked back into the box by Root. Over to the far side, and that is Michael Mene. And going to be kicked out of bounds by Wheeler, and a throw-in by Austin Aguilera from the near side.
Good pressure there by Michael Mene, number 23.
Good throw-in across the box. Heads to Acevedo. He will control it outside the box. And dribbled in there by Schaefer. Foul's going to be called, looks like, on Jared Root.
12:34 and counting remaining in the match. And check out all the great specials they have going on right now at Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse. Located just south of Wheeler High School here off of Route 30 at 597 US 30 in Valparaiso. And they're offering a free dinner right now with another feast is purchased. That's a $39.95 value today. They also have the $19.95 Saturday special going on as well, which has seafood as well as steak and other items. 35 food bar items at Gaucho's, located at 597 US 30 in Valparaiso. Give them a call for a reservation at 219-759-1100.
Kick ahead looking for Cam 4. And back there is Rocha. He will had it for a second. Now 4 regains control back at the other end. 11:39 to go. Kicks it back to the midfield area. And a good steal by Root and Acevedo. They've got a 2-on-3, but Aguilera, if he gets position, may have a chance. Defender falls down, but it's going to be kicked away. Kicked away by Henson, and foul's going to be called on Boone Grove.
Great job by Ryan Conley, number 4 there for the Bearcats, Brendan. He sealed off Aguilera, who's really a big handful for the defender back there, and he gives away about 6 inches to him, but no quarter on that one.
So just over 11 minutes to go. And if nobody scores in the final 11 minutes, we have 2 7-minute overtimes. And then if it's not decided there, we have a shootout, 5-man. I'm assuming no sudden death. No overtimes.
Yeah, no sudden death on the overtimes, correct. That's correct. Because now they got 4 offside. Yeah, you go 14 minutes and it doesn't matter. Whoever's up at the end of that would win it. If not, then you go to the sudden death shootout. And then, of course, this past week, you go to the shootout. If you don't get it decided after 5 shooters, you go to the sudden death shootout. Last Wednesday, Valparaiso and Crown Point went to the 12th shooter. before they decided that match by a score of 2-1.
That's pretty epic, I would say. Free kick's going to be taken by Austin Ohms. 10-11 to go. Strong left foot into the Wheeler zone. Going to be headed out of there. And looks like it's going to be controlled by Rocha. And then taken by his teammate Mene. But taken away at midfield. Foul's going to be, and they're pointing at Mene.
Boone Girls going to get the free kick, yep.
Yeah, it looked like the ref at midfield was pointing at Mene, but evidently not. So 9:37 to go. Austin Ohms with another kick. Another chance to display that strong left foot.
Great job by Jacob, kept capturing all the action for us here on RRSN.com.
Line drive into the zone at the 6 area. Going to be headed out of there by Joey DeSimone, the junior.
He's all over the place.
Senior.
He really does not show up in a lot of the statistics, but he does a lot of the little things out there for the Wheeler Bearcats. The Wolves come back now with Cameron Varlin, the midfielder, back into the game, and Dave Bach is going to come in and counter with number 12 out there, and that's Davey Sokol.
Yep, our cross-country stars back. A low-line drive. Good header by Austin Henson. Way to stand in the way there, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds. Looks to be Boone Grove ball.
8:42 left. 2-2 tie.
Into the zone, and looks like it's going to be cleared out, but good support by Root. And nothing going there as Henson now will clear it out to the middle. Always dangerous, and a slide tackle there for a chance, but looks like Sokol's going to knock this one out of bounds and force him to throw it in.
Yeah, Austin, I think, knows
As
he
a
made a mistake.
Acevedo has a chance, but couldn't quite get any foot on it, and it's taken by the goalkeeper, Berg.
Yeah, Henson with a very dangerous little shovel pass there to the mid-third of the defensive end. On that situation, you want to keep it on the left foot and go to the outside.
Acevedo will have it taken away by Morix. And Morix will be tackled down by Ohms. Grabbed the shoulders there. That was pretty obvious.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get a card on that one, because that was from the backside. It was not side-to-side contact. 7:40 remaining, and now a chance here for the Bearcats to break a 2-2 tie.
Morix with the free kick as Acevedo will stand in front of him. Maybe try to cut off an angle. Line drive, high header, out of bounds, off the head of one of the Wheeler strikers.
That was Joey DeSimone again, coming up there big time on the left wing, as David Bach has given him free rein to come up on those offensive sequence for the green and orange.
Simone listed as a defender. Good goal kick out to Aguilera. He'll head it back into the field of play. Well, not successfully. Throw in by Wheeler.
Less than 7 minutes
Taken
remaining.
away by Root. Here comes Aguilera. Aguilera trying to find Acevedo. 4 defenders are back there, and DeSimone will dribble it out. Root almost had the steal. Slide tackle. Nothing called. Aguilera with the steal. Left foot line drive is going to be way wide on the near side.
Reader's Auto Service Center in Portage has been family owned and operated for 50 years. They feature award-winning and complete auto service and repair, including air conditioning, brakes, suspension, computerized alignment, and engine diagnostics. They're also state certified, and admissions and 24-hour towing is available. Their auto technicians are ASC certified with the latest access and technologies and diagnostic equipment. Stop by their facility that includes 10 mechanical bays and a Valvoline Express Care for fast and friendly service. The front office includes a big screen television, cappuccino machine, and a slushie machine. Readers is located at 6436 Central Avenue in Portage. Give them a call, 219-763-1782.
Holmes knocks it out of bounds, so Morix will throw it in on the near side. 5:50 remaining. Here in regulation, 2-2 tie, no points put up in the second half. And DeSimone had a touch on it, but Acevedo will kick it ahead, and it's going to be taken by Asham. Acevedo had a chance, but another good clear by Varlin. Now Henson will kick it over to Asham, and now over to the other side for Michael Johnson.
5:22 remaining. Still 2-2 tie here.
Strong throw in, headed for 4. 4 will be cut off by Schaefer and out of bounds. 4 will throw it in with 5:10 remaining. See if 4 can get some good velocity behind this one, give his team another chance. 5 minutes exactly, here we go. A high one headed for DeSimone. He was surrounded. Acevedo will kick it out of there. And it'll be fielded at midfield by Wheeler and sent back in by Johnson, but cleared out by Kaminsky.
Yeah, they moved DeSimone now up is now.
Aguilera 1-on-4. Acevedo coming down the middle for support. Right-footed shot from just outside the box will be taken nicely by Patrick Berg with 4:30 remaining.
4 save for Berg in the match, the 7 shot for the Wolves. And what a great job by Aguilera, 1-on-4 to get a shot on frame.
Cleared back and out of bounds by Schaefer, so throw-in will come just beyond midfield. Michael Johnson will give way to Asher. Alex Asher. Thinking of Asham, the hockey player. Throw in, and going to be taken by Acevedo now in midfield. Aguilera trying to break free of the middle. He has the ball, kicks it ahead, but it will be an easy ground ball save for Berg.
Had a player on the left side there with Cameron Varlin. Missed him on the left wing.
2 defenders cancel each other out, and here comes a chance here, but Cam 4 was not running. I think he's saying he was held.
3:35 left, 2-2 tie.
And here comes Morix. We'll kick it ahead to Melvin on the side, outside the 18. Left foot. Great save by Nathan Miller to follow the flight of that ball. 3:20 remaining. And controlled by Root at midfield. He's double teamed, kicks it ahead to Acevedo. Aguilera's on the side. He'll have to take it here. Great fake out of the defender there, and a great job. And another great job by Morix to take the ball, but couldn't quite control it. Action the last final 3 minutes. You expect physical action like this. Varlin will kick it towards the other zone and headed out of bounds by Henson. 2:45.
Every inch of real estate being battled out here right now.
Morix with a weak kick there. It's going to be taken away by Ohms. Ohms will get it to Varlin, try to get it back. Acevedo will control it. 5 men in the area. Looked like it hit somebody's hand. Nothing called. And going to be taken back by Varlin. Varlin trying to get it into the zone. Henson will clear it out. Taken down by Rocha. He'll dribble it up, try to find Aguilera. Taken out of there by Asher and kicked out of bounds towards his bench by Alex Asher, the junior.
2:09 remaining, 2-2 tie.
2-2 tie. You expect nothing less than physical action we've seen here in the last 2 minutes. Nettles tries to find Melvin. Melvin trying to control the ball, taken away by Wright. Matt Wright will kick it ahead, and a 50-50 ball won by Berg.
Well, they're saying that he touched that ball outside the 18. That was very close to being a PK there. I don't know if the official even saw that.
Boy, it'd be tough to call a PK this late in the game, 1:34 to go.
The Boone Grove offensive players have a good point there because Berg came out. I think he knows he got away with one there. He touched that ball outside the 18. 1:21 remaining, 2-2 tie.
And at midfield will be Ohms. And he will kick it out of bounds. Foul's going to be called on Wheeler. So a free kick with 1:08 to go in regulation by Austin Ohms. Austin Ohms had the first goal of the day.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining in regulation. Wheeler 2, Boone Grove 2.
Here we go. Left foot high ball headed towards Aguilera, trying to get a head on it. Instead it was the defender. And then cleared by Austin Henson. Ahead to Cam 4. He's got a chance if he can control the ball here. 4 defenders are back. And now he's got support there from Nettles. And taken away by Wright to midfield. 30 seconds to go. Acevedo trying to start Aguilera and kick it ahead to him. 25 seconds. And not much on that one as Patrick Berg will take it. 18 seconds remaining. Berg with a strong kick out towards Brendan Melvin, trying to find 4. 10 seconds remaining. Kick back towards the Wheeler end at midfield. Header Ohms was taken out. They're going to call that one as Nettles hit him in the back, and time has run out.
So a great job by both of these sides through the first 80 minutes of action. We are headed to overtime. Wheeler 2, Boone Grove 2, as the fans give these student athletes a great hand here, as we'll get a couple minutes to catch our breath before heading to the extra session. And Reader's Auto Service Center in Portage has been family owned and operated for 50 years. They feature award-winning and complete auto service and repair, including air conditioning, brakes, suspension, computerized alignment, and engine diagnostics. They're also state certified in admissions, and 24-hour towing is available. Their auto technicians are ASC certified with access to the latest technologies and diagnostic equipment. Stop by their facility, which includes 10 mechanical bays and a Valvoline Express Care for fast and friendly service. The front office includes a big screen television, cappuccino machine, and a slushy machine. Readers is located at 6436 Central Avenue in Portage, or give them a call at 219-763-1782. And Amherst Asylum is located at 228 South 500 West in Valparaiso, Indiana. That's 4.5 miles south of Route 30 on North County Road 500 West. Check them out online at AmherstAsylum.com. That's AmherstAsylum.com for the haunted attraction experience. Hours are Thursday from 7 until 10 p.m., Fridays and Saturdays from 7 until 11 p.m. Dates are open from October 4th through November the 2nd, and you get $2 off with the cards that they're handing out today at Wheeler High School for the haunted attraction over at Amherst Asylum. We also want to thank the Wheeler Boys and Girls Soccer Boosters and Wheeler High School for their support of the student athletes participating in this match today. Special thanks go out to David Bach, the boys coach, Brian Murray, the skipper of the girls program at Wheeler High School, for allowing us the opportunity to positively promote the student athletes from the Bearcats and the Wolves. Thanks again to Ty Eaton and all the sponsors that you hear out here this afternoon for helping us make this broadcast possible. And finally, we want to thank Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse. They're located at 597 US 30 right here in Valparaiso, just down the road from Wheeler High School. They've got a free dinner offer going on now. It's a $39.95 value when another adult feast is purchased. That's going on today at Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse, 219-759-1100.
Team's about set to go, and Mike, I'd ask you your keys, but I don't think the coaches can ask any more of these athletes, especially the second half.
No, the effort was definitely there. There's no doubt about that. Stay tuned after the game. We'll name our Centier Bank performers of the game on both sides. We've got quite a few candidates out there.
Yeah, I was about to say, that'll be a tough task.
Yeah, this game has been ebbing and flowing with momentum. We had the 2-goal lead for the Boone Grove Wolves as they got the goal on the restart on the nice play by Ohms. They were able to take a 2-0 lead on the Acevedo and Aguilera combination, but the Wheeler Bearcats, on 2 great set pieces by Ben Moritz, were able to tie it up.
Defenders getting the goals for them, that will be Joey DeSimone, the senior, his 4th goal of the year, and Alex Asher, the junior, tying the game at 2 with 49 seconds remaining in the first half. We have not had a tally since.
We're going to see right now if the coaches are going to play quote-unquote not to lose and get it to the shootout, or if they're going to lay it on the line here. The Bearcats obviously have less to lose here, being under 500 on the season and under 500 in the conference. They're trying to knock the Boone Grove Wolves off the high perch right now of an undefeated conference season here in the NWISC.
And with that great second half action, I would hope or think the coaches would be attacking right here, because both teams, especially Boone Grove, had great chances to take the advantage, and I hope that continues because that was a heck of a second half.
So Patrick Berg will set up to the immediate left. Nathan Miller will come to our immediate right on your laptop. Again, thanks to Jacob for doing a great job on the camera work out here today, doing yeoman's work as they get an opportunity for both of these soccer communities to enjoy this overtime action. Right now, it looks like Austin Rocha limping a little bit, maybe having a cramp out there right now, just outside the 18 to the right of your screen.
Well, he was the one that was hit in the head on that collision, had to go out for a few minutes, so you wonder. The adrenaline's pumping right now, so he's probably not going to feel that now. But boy, you talk about tomorrow and Monday and the next game, that's when you wonder about how he's going to feel about that hit.
So Acevedo now comes up with the ball in the midfield stripe. He goes to Aguilera, knocked down by Henson at the defense for the Bearcats. And now they'll bring it back to Joey DeSimone. 50-50 ball now corralled by Acevedo for Boone Grove. Ground ball attack looking off to the far side to Jarrett Root, knocked over the far touchline. Throw in for the Boone Grove Wolves.
I also don't know if it's in the DNA of at least Boone Grove to sit back and play for a shootout.
Yeah, I think at this point Brian Sherwin says, hey, we're a 6-2 team. We're undefeated in the conference. Let's go for it. 6:23 remaining in the first overtime. 1-1 tie between Wheeler and Boone Grove. Off the left side now on the play is Conley. Ryan trying to keep it in bounds. It deflects off the Wolves, and that will result now in a direct kick here for the Bearcats. I think they got a handball over there on the blue and white. So Ryan Conley's played a whale of a game in the back line for head coach David Bach. Howitzer shot now up at the 18, knocked out into defense by the Wolves and controlled by Aguilera. Looking for Acevedo in the midfield third. Little touch pass on the wing looking for Varlin, and a good job of saving it by Acevedo back to Aguilera. Nicely done. 5:42 remaining in the first overtime. Varlin trying to get the feed now from Aguilera. He regroups now on the left wing on the play. Just outside the 18, trying to beat the double team. Too many Bearcats there. Good midfield support now by Matthew Wright for the Wolves. Goes off the right side now to Acevedo. Little chip shot looking for Aguilera. Knocked down nicely by Moritz for the Bearcats. And now an easy shot is saved on the play by Andrew Ohms for Boone Grove.
Short in terms of time of these overtimes, especially compared to the half. We're down to 5 minutes in the first overtime.
Berg goes against the wind. Reverse header by Cameron Ford, looking offensively there for Melvin. And number 3 trying to create some havoc off the right side for the Bearcats. Conley now comes back on the left wing. Good job of picking his pocket that time by David Ohms for the Wolves. Asher now will come back at that left fullback position. He'll save it before it goes out of bounds. Knock it into the midfield third with 4:38 remaining in the first overtime. Counterattack coming on for the Wolves to the near sideline. Cameron Varlin trying to save it, does it, and then gets by the defender on the play. That's Sokol. Trying to get a potential cross. Varlin trying to beat a double team on the far side. Henson knocks over the near touchline. Throw in Boone Grove. Doing the honors will be Austin Aguilera with 4:11 remaining in the first overtime. 1-1 tie, or 2-2 tie. They throw it in. Knocked out of there nicely at the defense by Melvin, and now coming back is Brendan looking for 4. He taps it to himself. He's one-on-one back there. Cameron comes in on the play to 6, and a save as he knocked it right into the breadbasket of Nathan Miller.
I wonder if he and coach is going to argue that he was held by 33 there.
That is the 7th save now for Miller in the ballgame. Here's Acevedo now trying to go backdoor to Aguilera. Knocked out of the defense by Sokol. And the ball will finally go over the near touchline as Varlin will throw it in for the Wolves. 3:30 remaining now in a 2-2 tie. Aguilera outside the box. Spinorama move. His cross goes off of Henson, and they cannot save the corner kick for the Boone Grove Wolves.
That is their 9th. Count them 9.
And Cameron Varlin was definitely in the picture early in the game with his corner kick. He'll be looking for Azevedo and company. Aguilera also over there, and also getting into the mix is Jared Root. Here is the corner on the play, knocked up the elevator shaft nicely. Good defensive play by Henry Nettles for the Bearcats. Joey DeSimone trying to create some havoc now with 2:40 remaining in the overtime. Bearcats do a good job of keeping it in play. Nicely done by Moritz to DeSimone. Now Joey with a centering pass looking for Nettles, and a great job defensively by Austin Rocha for the Wolves.
Cam 4 was open. If Nettles could have gotten control of that ball, he might have been offsides, but he was open.
Now Moritz working his magic over the midfield third. Left-handed ground ball attack knocked out of the defense. Tip back over now to Cameron 4 with 2:10 remaining in the first overtime. Boone Grove 2, Wheeler 2, and a forearm shiver knocked into the play by Acevedo. And he's going to get the card here, and rightfully so, with 2:02 remaining in the first overtime. So the official gets Nick Acevedo the gate, and that's going to hurt Boone Grove now offensively.
That would have been a good hit in the other football game, American football.
The 2 O's instead of the U. We had that going on behind us earlier. So Ben Moritz now will go with the free kick here, the senior, off the right side. He does a great job of going indirect on these kicks, and he's got a quartet of Bearcats to aim for here. 2:02 remaining in the first overtime. Wheeler 2, Boone Grove 2. Moritz will wait for the signal from the official, and actually they're going to call it a throw-in now. So they will go back now to Davey Sokol. He's had a full day. Now the ball knocked back to the midfield third to Cameron Varlin, knocked it off the back of his teammate Michael Menny. Now Moritz trying to do a nutmeg on the play, and a great job from the weak side by Boone Grove's Brad Kaminsky. 1:42 remaining in the first overtime. We did not have any stoppage of play between the sessions. The team will just change sides, as now Acevedo's getting set to come back into the game for Brian Sherwin. 1:29 remaining. Wheeler 2, Boone Grove 2. Here's the free kick now from Kaminsky. Knocked up the elevator shaft off to the left side where Menny tries to control. Michael Menny got a half a step on Sokol, little toe tap. Great job off the weak side by DeSimone to knock it over the near touchline. Throw in Boone Grove.
I think DeSimone had more time than he thought. He could have just stopped that ball, tried to kick it back towards his end.
1 minute.
Kicking it out of bounds.
1 minute remaining here in the first overtime. Acevedo now comes back into the lineup for the blue and white. Throwing it short to Aguilera, trying to beat the double team on the play. Good job by DeSimone on the weak side. And now it's picked up on the play by Brendan Melvin. 45 seconds remaining in the first overtime. Double threes now comes over there. That's Thomas Schaefer, the senior. His pass is knocked down, but then Tom knocks it into the Wheeler bench. Throwing Bearcats with a half a minute remaining in overtime number 1. Asher's throw in to 4. Headed now on the play into the defensive third. Well, Schaefer will just kick it over the far touchline. And we're down to 18 ticks of the clock remaining in overtime number 1.
Well, would like a strong throw in here. There it is.
He gets it. He's looking for Asher and DeSimone. Now some midfield
Shot
support on the
box.
play, and Moritz knocked down into the defense, as Nathan Miller was definitely anticipating a shot here to the near side. And we are headed to overtime number 2 here at Union Township. Boone Grove 2 and Wheeler 2. And I tell you what, they didn't play conservative there, Brendan. They were going for the go-ahead goal.
No, great chance there by Ben Moritz, and good job by Austin Rocha, who was involved in that collision earlier, to get his body in front of there and deflect that ball. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if that ball got past Rocha.
Reader's Auto Service Center in Portage is one of our sponsors on Central Avenue in Portage. Also, Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse at 597 US 30 in Valparaiso. We also want to thank the Amherst Asylum Haunted Attraction, located at 228 South 500 West in Valparaiso. And finally, Wheeler High School and the Wheeler High School Boys and Girls Soccer Boosters, Ty Eaton, along with David Bach and Brian Murray, and all the boosters from Wheeler High School.
Well, 7 minutes of action remaining, and I don't know if coaches really like that game going down to the shootout, so you want to try to get something here if you're both sides, right here.
Yeah, you got two talented keepers in Berg and Miller that would be involved in the shootout. And right now the coaches are trying to formulate in their head, I'm sure, looking ahead to what those 5 shooters are going to be.
I'm sure they already know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got it all, especially with a conference game coming up. They have a real good idea. You know that Cameron 4, along with Austin Aguilera, are going to be right there for Wheeler and Boone Grove. But we still have 7 minutes of soccer to play. The teams have changed ends now. Boone Grove will be moving from left to right on your laptop. The Wheeler Bearcats in the opposite direction in a 2-2 tie. So the Bearcats will control now with DeSimone. Off to the right side they go and try to get back to Joey. He lost control on the play. Now Acevedo comes back for the Wolves. Acevedo got his pocket picked nicely out there by Michael Johnson for Wheeler. Back to the midfield third on the play. Aguilera chips it. Knocked out of the defense by Moritz for the Bearcats. Wheeler coming in at 3-4-1 on the season, 1-2 in the conference. Now Vandenberg got his foray knocked down by Conley, but the Boone Grove Wolves will pick up some real estate. The Wolves came in at 6-2 and 2-0 in the conference. Throw-in comes in short on the play where it's picked up by Ohms. Here's his long shot, and it goes well off the target. It'll be a goal kick now for Patrick Berg and the Bearcats.
6 minutes remaining, and fatigue may be a factor in who makes the mistake, but I think these teams know that they've come too far to let fatigue really decide this game here, at least in the field of play.
Yeah, it's adrenaline time right now, no doubt about that. As Vanderberg on an overplay gave it up to 4. Now they try to go give and go with Melvin. Midfield support coming in on the play from Orlich. Oh, man, they had him on the right wing. Danilo now on the wing with 5:33 remaining in the second overtime. Melvin lines it up, knocked right off the head of Ohms. Back now off the left side to Melvin, trying to get the right foot free, looking for Cam 4 on the far side. 4 trying to get inside the 18 on the play. Now midfield support corralled on the far side. Melvin comes in on the play, knocked out of the defense by the Wolves. Now Alex Asher will kick it over the far touchline. That was a nice play there by 4, Brendan, as he let Moritz come in and sealed off the defender.
Yeah, great chance there for Wheeler on another good cross, but just couldn't quite get the shot off.
4:53 remaining is now Melvin trying to sneak in there, and a great job by Miller as he comes out on a slide tackle at the 6. He'll kick it out of harm's way now. Wind is still blowing in the face of the Wolves, maybe not as brisk as it was earlier today. Spinorama move in the midfield third is intercepted by Joey DeSimone for the Bearcats. Trying to go 50-50 with a centering pass. Vanderberg has the answer. Check that, Rocha for the Wolves. DeSimone now over to Nettles with 4:22 remaining. Nettles looking for 4 off the deflection at the 18 on the right wing. Back heel pass back to DeSimone. Lines it up with a laser beam. A save. It's to the near side, and a great job by Miller to corral that ball off the right foot of Joey DeSimone. What a laser beam.
Great shot, great chance right there for Wheeler, and just a great save. Not much you can do about that.
Nettles comes back now to Orlich. Danilo Orlich on the left wing for the Bearcats, looking for the return feed to Nettles. Nice slide tackle in the midfield third by the Wolves. 50-50 ball as Henson gets it back to DeSimone with 3:43 remaining. Backdoor cut looking for 4, but the Wolves left fullback has the answer. And now they try to get it to the far side. Acevedo to Aguilera for Boone Grove. Crossover dribbling ability in the midfield circle back to Acevedo. He's got number 2 on the wing. That's Jared Rutt. Trying to turn on the afterburners. Here's his cross into the mixer. Deflected. And Berg will come out and intercept the cross.
3:16 remaining in the field of action.
2-2 tie between the Bearcats and the Wolves. If nobody scores here in this next 3, we go to shootout soccer. Midfield third now as Root will try to corral the loose ball. Asher slipped on the play, but he got the safety valve, but then stolen by Acevedo. Now Orlich will get it back to Nettles. Nicely done to DeSimone with 2:50 remaining. Again, the Wolves do a great job of intercepting in the midfield third. DeSimone now on the counter. That was thwarted nicely by Kaminsky for the Wolves. And we're down to 2.5 remaining in the second overtime. Headed to the far side by Ohms. Picked up over there by Aguilera to Acevedo. Acevedo coming in, and Berg did a great job there of reading that one. And he picked it up off the turf at the 6. 2:20 remaining in overtime number 2. Boone Grove led at 1.2-0. And Wheeler came back with 2 goals in the last few minutes of the first half to tie it up. Now here's a nice steal on the play by Ben Moritz for the Bearcats. Quickly ahead now, looking on the right side for 4. Trying to come in on the play, and Rocha does a great job of sealing off and creating the goal kick with 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the second overtime.
Both benches, Wheeler's bench is standing a little bit, and Boone Grove, they're sitting on the top of their bench. This is a good one, to say the least.
Great conference matchup here between the Bearcats and the Wolves with 1:37 remaining as Moritz got hog-tied down. Nice back heel pass by 4. He's looking for Melvin inside the box, knocked down defensively on the play. Now picked back up by Cameron. Cameron with a potential cross on the play. He's got Melvin over there on the play. A header just past the upper 90 far side. Unbelievable end-to-end effort. And now let's see, we've got an injured Wolf down there with 1:10 remaining in the second overtime. And they will stop the clock now with 1:05 remaining in overtime number 2. And what a great cross by Cameron Ford there, Brendan Marshall, right onto the noggin of Brendan Melvin.
Yeah, and it looked like Melvin was taken out by whoever was injured there as he was trying to head it. So it's not the person you expected to be injured that's actually down, but maybe
that was a
maybe hit the head
play.
Right on the backbone of Melvin, and any hits to those heads, you got to clear out the cobwebs for a second, and gives us a chance to catch our breath, I guess. 1 minute to go.
Brian Sherwin very concerned about his falling defender, and that was a game-saving play by that back liner back there, and we'll find out who that is, if it's Kaminsky or not, because I do not see number 4 right now. That might be Brad Kaminsky, the junior, but we're not going to speculate here until we see, because Wright is already up there on the back line.
I think Kaminsky is standing up behind the fallen player, so we still don't know who it is, but yeah, obviously just looking at everything, head, neck area, just trying to, see if he's all right, and see if he can see straight a little bit, and where the aches are. And very, very dangerous. Any hits to the head, especially nowadays, and a lot of sports are taking precautions on those hits to the heads and making sure athletes are fine.
Wheeler 2, Boone Grove 2, 1:05 remaining here in the second overtime if you're just joining us. Again, special thanks go out to our sponsors today of this terrific match. Reader's Auto Service Center on Central Avenue in Portage. Also, Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse off of Route 30. We also want to thank the Amherst Asylum Haunted Attraction and Wheeler High School Soccer Boosters for their great support as the fallen wolf now is up. So we're glad to report that. And they're checking the back area, the spinal area of the head. That was a 50-50 ball there that Melvin was able to head towards the upper 90 far side on the play.
And looks like that player's probably going to come out now. He's a little disoriented, but just able to walk it off, and that's good to see. Good to see the crowd giving him a hand too. Still haven't seen a number.
Great job by Melvin as well to kind of give him a little shake of the hand there and tell him job well done.
Yep, just 2 players hustling, trying to win a big soccer game in the conference, and looks like that
is that Varlin?
I think that's Michael Mene, number 23.
Yep.
No, it's Tom Schaefer, 33.
Yeah, because he was back there at that fullback position, so we're glad to report that Tom Schaefer is able to lead the field underneath his own power. And Tom playing some quality minutes here in the second half of action. So 65 ticks of the clock remaining here in double overtime. 2-2 tie between the Bearcats and the Wolves as we resume play. DeSimone as it goes over his head as Conley tries to control it. Now Aguilera has it go over the far touchline, resulting in a Bearcat throw-in with 52 seconds remaining in double overtime. Throw in by Conley, knocked down by the Wolves in the midfield third, and now we're down to 45 seconds remaining. Conley now with a skip pass over to Cam 4. 4 now returning it over to Conley on the play with 36 seconds remaining. Knocked down by the Wolves defensively now with 30 seconds left. 4, crossover dribbling ability, knocked out again on the weak side, that time by Kaminsky. Throw in for the Bearcats with 20 seconds left.
I don't know if we're going to see another chance here. This is time's really running down.
DeSimone,
they got their defense back.
Pass now. We're down to 14 seconds remaining. Neither team wants to get broken here. And the momentum of that ball is going to go over the goal line. And we are headed to shootout soccer out here this afternoon at Wheeler High School. We have not been able to decide anything after 94 minutes of action. And now both of these keepers are going to be on the hot seat. Patrick Bird for Wheeler, Nathan Miller for Boone Grove.
Would you want anything less from after this game? I mean, players hustling so hard that Tom Schaefer unfortunately got a little shot there and got taken out. But that's just all out hustle from both teams, and it's come too far that I think whoever loses this game will feel it for a while.
Yeah, both physically as well as mentally. This has always been a great traditional matchup between these teams, going back way back to the PCC days, and then of course Wheeler moving over to the Greater South Shore Conference because of football, and then Boone Grove then joining the football ranks as well a little bit later on down the road. But nonetheless, these two programs, they've been around for a long time. Peter Hayes Herring was the coach here for quite a few years for the Bearcats, did a great job with this program. David Bach trying to establish a new tradition over here, and Brian Sherwin, 15 years over at Boone Grove High School. And right now, the Boone Grove Wolves and the Wheeler Bearcats will be submitting their 5-man list for the shootout to the officials.
Who do you think would have the advantage, the team that shoots first or the team that shoots second?
I would, if you win the toss, it's a toss obviously, I would put the pressure on the first team to score.
Yeah, I would too. I think the team that's going second definitely has the advantage, especially, of course, if the first team misses one or two, because you have your pressure. If you miss the first two, you have your pressure on your third and fourth shooter possibly they have to score, whereas the second team, there's no pressure to score unless it's 5-4 going into the last shooter.
Take a look at a thumbnail sketch of both of these goalkeepers that are going to be trying to stop each other. Patrick Bird for Wheeler, the senior, now has played in 9 games this year. He's given up 17 goals on the season, so less than a 2.0 goals against average. He's got 57 saves now on the year, along with 4 shutouts for Patrick Bird. We also want to thank as well and recognize Nate Miller for his great job out here this afternoon, the junior for the Boone Grove Wolves. 9 games now in the books. He's given up 15 goals for a 1.7 goals against average, 4 shutouts, and now 67 saves on the season for the junior, and it looks like they're going to be going with the win, which is really going to make things difficult for the keepers.
I'd like to revise my last statement a little bit. Obviously, if the second team misses the first 2 shots, then the pressure is on them, but it'll be interesting to see who gets the first 2 goals.
It looks like,
or how the first 2 shots go, let's put it that way.
It looks like Nathan Miller is going to be the first one in the hot seat here. And they are waving, I believe that's Joey DeSimone, to the penalty shot area. So DeSimone is going to be the first shooter here in the shootout for the Wheeler Bearcats. Each team gets 5 shots at it. If we're still not decided after that, then we go to sudden death shootout soccer.
Yeah, and you want your best striker to take the first shot, usually, and that is Joey DeSimone. You actually want your best to take the first 2 shots, like I said before, and Simone's a good one back there in defense.
So D. Simone with 3 goals on the season. The official right now instructing Nathan Miller.
Also had his 4th earlier today.
And D. Simone, the senior, will now get the sign from the official. Approaches the ball, a shot, and a goal! Miller dove to his left. D. Simone came back near post. 1-0 Wheeler.
Now here comes Acevedo to try and match him here.
The junior with 5 goals on the season. Got the card late in the match. Came back and finished it out. And he makes the long stride now over to the penalty line. And Patrick Berg will try to guess right here, one way or the other, and put the Bearcats up after 1 shooter. So right now it's advantage Wheeler. Acevedo trying to knot it up. He'll wait for the sign from the official. Blows it in play. Nick approaches the ball, and the player shot, and a save by Bird. Bird comes up big time for the Bearcats.
Obvious advantage now for Wheeler, especially if they can put this next one in. And here comes the big, tall defender, and that is Austin Henson, who's had a great day on the back line, especially in the second half.
So Henson now with a chance to really give the Bearcats the driver's seat here. And Patrick Berg, the netminder for Wheeler, came up big time on that one. So Austin Henson now has not scored this year. And the senior now looks like he's going to come in from the right-hand side on this one. Miller gets set, approaches the ball, a shot and a goal as Miller dove to his left. And the Bearcats now up 2-0.
Now Mr. Ohms. Austin Ohms obviously has that pressure. If he misses here, it's a really, really uphill battle up Everest for Boone Grove.
Andrew, the sophomore, with 4 goals on the season, and Berg right now getting set like a cat in the bird seat there. And we'll see. A lot of times they look at those hips to see if those hips open up or if they go closed. It's a 2-0 lead for Wheeler. This is a crucial goal here for the Wolves. Andrew Ohms gets the side, comes in with the left foot, and a goal. He got Berg stymied on that one, and that cuts the lead in half now to 2-1. So now it's going to be up to Ben Moritz, who's had a whale of a game here today. Definitely a candidate for our Center Bank Performer of the Game.
Well, he can seal it here. Well, he can't seal it here, but he can seal our center bank candidate of the game.
There you go.
With this one.
So Moritz gets his sign, right-footed shot. Great save by Miller. He got the knee out there, lower 90 far side, and now the Wolves can tie it up.
Boy, that one big save can change everything around, and here comes Aguilera. Now, if he can put it on the board here, advantage goes back to Boone Grove.
And Aguilera has been the sharpshooter this year with 8 goals for number 17. So Berg now is going to have to try to pick up his teammate here as Moritz got stopped by Miller. 2-1 advantage for Wheeler. This is the 3rd shooter in the shootout. Aguilera approaches the ball, a shot, and a goal. Berg had guessed right on that one, but the ball went through the wickets, and we're tied at 2.
Well, it's sometimes decided after 3 shooters, but obviously in this one, boy, I think we might head into the 12th shooter area that you had last week.
We'll see what happens here as now Cameron 4 will come to the forefront. 13 goals on the season, a beautiful assist on a cross to D. Simone later in this game, which propelled the Bearcats to the tie to put us where we're at right now. So Cam 4, the senior, will get the sign, approaches the ball with the right-handed shot, and he put it over the upper 90, far side, he missed it. And now the Boone Grove Wolves have a chance to take the lead. Unbelievable.
And here comes David Ohms.
So the Bearcats...
He can really put the pressure on him. If he makes it, they have to make the 5th shot.
Boy, I tell you what, the Bearcats had a chance to go up by 2, and now they actually could be trailing by 1. What a turn of events.
Acevedo finally standing up. He was sitting down disappointed after missing the first shot, and his teammates have picked him up so far.
David Holmes, the junior, now trying to give the Wolves the lead heading into the fifth shooter, and he does! He buried that one. Berg tried to leap for it, but it was perfectly placed inside the near post. 3-2 Boone Grove. So it comes down now to this. Alex Asher has to make this shot, or the Boone Grove Wolves stay undefeated in the conference. So Nathan Miller with a chance to win it here. If not, it will come down to the final shooter for Boone Grove. 3-2 lead for the Wolves after 4 shooters. Alex Asher now coming in, the junior. He will try to tie this thing up in the shootout. Alex approaching the ball, a shot, and he easily scores. As diving to his left there was Miller. So here we go. This is what it comes down to. If the Wolves score, they win. If he misses, we go to sudden death shootout soccer. And it is going to be number 21. So Cameron Varlin, who had the great corner earlier in the match, and he has an opportunity now to win it. 5 goals on the year for Boone Grove. So he'll wait for the sign. He scores, the Wolves win it. Varlin gets the sign, approaches the ball in the play. Boone Grove wins the match! The Wolves win the match by a score of 3-2 in the shootout as they win it 4-3 in the shootout on the play. They officially win the ball game by a score of 3-2. It is a madhouse right now here at Wheeler for the visitors. There you get a good look. Great job, Jacob, getting the victorious Wolves on the camera there. And it's a very happy group in the blue and white out here this afternoon.
Boy, that's how good of a soccer game it came down to. Well, the winner would be celebrating almost like they won the regionals or even farther than that. And the team that didn't win, even though they definitely deserved to, Wheeler, boy, it's going to be a tough one to recover from.
Yeah, they, of course, clawed their way back to a 2-2 tie, but then the Boone Grove Wolves able to win it in the shootout. So now with the win, the Boone Grove Wolves improved to 3-0 in the conference, 7-2 overall, and the Wheeler Bearcats, a bitter defeat out here this afternoon, will fall to 3-5-1 and 1-3 in the NWISC. What can you say, Brendan? This was great soccer this afternoon.
Well, David Bach, now comes the psychological thing of coaching. You got to get your team to recover. You got to tell your team, hey, we played a heck of a ball game out there. They just, were a slight smidge better, but there were no losers out there today. I know that's said a lot, but this was a heck of a soccer game, and both teams, left it all out there in the sun, in this early afternoon sun. And, that's a great game, and that's what Wheeler's going to have to take away from this. If you play like this, you're going to win a lot of matches.
No doubt about that, and both sides should be very happy with their effort out here today. I'm sure Brian, along with Dave, are very proud of their student athletes. You hear the crowd right now supporting their fallen host out here this afternoon and really put it on the line for 94 plus. Nobody more disappointed than them, but they wouldn't have got here in the first place if they didn't have a lot of heart and determination.
Exactly, and you like to see the crowd giving both teams a hand here because, you ask anybody in the stands, I'm sure they'll say it. That was a heck of a game, and, say it again, both teams deserve to win, and unfortunately for Wheeler, there's no ties in this one. There can only be one winner.
Let's take a look now at our Centier Bank performers of the game for both teams. I've got a pretty good idea on the Wheeler side of things. Brendan, what do you think, first of all, about Boone Grove?
Well, Boone Grove had a lot of chances on the Wheeler side, and boy, this is really tough. Do you give it to a midfielder here, or do you give it to one of the forwards, Acevedo or Aguilera,
right,
or even Holmes?
I think I'm gonna go with A squared, Austin Aguilera.
Okay.
I thought his play in the offensive third was very key. My vote on the Wheeler side of things is Ben Moritz for his terrific play on those 2 set pieces. What do you think?
Well, I'm glad I didn't have to make the decision. I might have gone with one of the Ohms brothers, but a lot of candidates out there today, and two very deserving of the many candidates on that pitch. Just heck of a game. What can you say?
So the teams right now talking to their coaches respectively. So our Centier Bank performers of the game in this boys matchup for the Wheeler Bearcats, it is Ben Moritz. Moritz, a senior with a goal and 3 assists coming in. He picked up a couple nice helpers today on restarts that got the Bearcats back into the game. And meanwhile, the Boone Grove Wolves, it'll be Austin Aguilera, their junior striker, who came in with the 8 goals, and he was able to get one of the goals for Boone Grove in the shootout to win it 4-3 and win the match officially 3-2 out here this afternoon. So we want to thank the folks that have made today's broadcast possible here on RRSN.com and Regional Radio Sports, and they included Reader's Auto Service Center, located at 6436 Central Avenue in Portage. Also to Gaucho's Brazilian Steakhouse, located on US 30 in Valparaiso, 219-759-1100. Also to Amherst Asylum Haunted Attractions, located at 228 South 500 West in Valparaiso. Check them out at the web at amherstasylum.com. And again, final thanks go out to Wheeler High School, as well as the Wheeler Boys and Girls Soccer Boosters and head coaches David Bach along with Brian Murray for all their terrific support throughout this season. Our next broadcast involving Wheeler Bearcat Soccer will be on Thursday night. We'll be live from the Brickyard in Hobart as the Hobart Brickies host the Wheeler Bearcats pregame show around 6:15, kickoff at 6:30 right here on RRSN.com. Brendan Marshall, final thoughts.
Well, that it's what the teams can do from here now. Great win for Boone Grove, tough loss for Wheeler, but season isn't over. You got another month or so till you get to the playoff action. Another month to get better. Another month to try and establish some things that you're going to do. Be interesting to see how these teams fare.
Special thanks go out to Tom Johnson, the assistant athletic director here, to Randy Stelter for his fine support here in the press box. Again, thanks to the 2 head coaches, David Bach along with Brian Sherwin for stats as well as accessibility prior to today's ball game. Again, great job by Jacob running the camera for us up there today. We want to thank him for his work all throughout the morning session with the girls game as well as the boys game out here today. And one more time for Brendan Marshall, this is Mike Knezovich saying so long from Union Township at Wheeler High School. We're in the first game of our doubleheader here this morning and this afternoon. It was the Wheeler Bearcats 5 and the Boone Grove Wolves nothing. And then in a nightcap, in a shootout, it was Boone Grove 3 and Wheeler 2 as Boone Grove won the shootout by a score of 4-3. God bless America. God bless you all. Have a safe and wonderful weekend, everybody. So long from Wheeler High School.